my baby mama, almost out can't see my kids, so I stay cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, almost out cold. Can't see my kids, so I stay cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. Baby mama terrorist. BMT. It's my baby mama. Almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setup. It's my baby mama. Almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setup. It's my baby mama. Almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setup. It's my baby mama. Almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setup. Round and round, I play the role and still an evil song. In public, when fake hello, I close doors, rock them doors. I moved, I just want to teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids like that, I'm stressing. I see my sister give me expressing. She got married to teach me a lesson. Tell her if she did nothing wrong, no, that wasn't. I'm around, like that man will keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know, but you lost your mind. So say my name, I know your kind. Say my name, bitch, you lying. Fight me for that, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the shit. Worried about another beat. Instead of us go co-parent. Put my kids in grown folks' business. Tell them life that you breaking. Never not your game, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. My baby mama, almost dropped some home. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setup. It's my baby mama. Almost dropped some home. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setup. It's my baby mama. Almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setup. It's my baby mama. Almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setup.
All stand, please. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. This honorable court now stands adjourned, cited aye. God save the state and this honorable court.
Yeah. Y'all know what it is. You may be seating this motherfucker. Shout out to the Baby Mama Terrorist Bounty Hunters. I'm your host, Mr. Palmer. And what we're going to talk about is an unfortunate situation that happened September 11th in Chicago. You know where I'm from. You know, not on 89 Cottage Grove. This happened somewhere else in Chicago, where a young brother, 12 years old, named Kaden Ingram, who was X'd out by the mother. And the family said that she has mental illness. She had mental issues. She worked for the Department of Transportation. She worked for the city of Chicago. So she had a job. And she just saw therapy either days ago or a week ago. And they said it was because of a memory card that he couldn't produce, he couldn't find, or maybe she said he took. And what she did, she put the pistol to his head, shot him, walked away to make a phone call, came back, and shot him again. And unfortunately, this young brother, 12-year-old, is deceased. The father is he's in what they call it. They still married, but he's estranged, meaning he's not living in the same house. He was aware of the mental illness. The family's aware of the mental illness. He say mental illness is real. He took up for her. We're going to watch a couple of clips and we're going to read some articles and talk about this shit. And the reason why I'm going to talk about this shit, because my question is, does mental illness justify what she's did? Because let's be real here. If a man go out there and kill their kids and they say, oh, I got PTSD and, you know, I'm so whacked the fuck out, I got mental issues, you already know damn well the majority of society will say, there's no excuse why you did what you did. You know better. It's your fault. You should have handled that differently. And this. But it's funny when it comes to women, and particularly these black women, these feminists who sit back and have no type of accountability. They will tell you use a fuck nigga. They'll tell you use a gay nigga. They'll talk about your mama black. Then they say she should have swallowed and everything else. We're going to talk about that too. See, the problem is they can't handle the truth. See, these bitches got deflection. They have excuses. They have reasoning. They have fake ass sipping force of supportment. They baby mama tears mother and grandmother look out for these motherfuckers. But then when you call this shit out to the T, then all of a sudden, who hurt you? Who hurt you? And it's true enough, like I told you, I'm a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove. I tell you, I sleep on the couch. But one thing I ain't never did was use some mental illness on why I X'd out my kids, because I never X'd out my kids or any other kid. See, but then, like I said, if I did it, they'll say, oh, he was just mad and he gets whatever he get. He should get lynched, hang, and everything else. But y'all sure come to these motherfucking bitches' defense. Even when it's right there in the put it right there in your space, right there on camera, right there on social media, right there in articles, right there in stats and CDCs, y'all still make some type of excuse. And the excuse is, you a fuck nigga. Who hurt you? Your mama black. You hate yourself. You hate black women. You hate women and everything else. You just cannot make this shit up. And today I'm gonna open up the panel because we're gonna dialogue about this shit. Because maybe somebody else say it's justified. It's understandable. We support our kings and everything else. I want everybody to come up in this motherfucker, because in my opinion is there's no excuse, and I'm not trying to hear that shit. Now, is there such thing as mental illness? Yeah, of course it is. But from what I read and what I heard and what they said happened, there wasn't no motherfucking mental illness. That was a choice. So like I say, we're going to dialogue and talk about this shit today. You know what I mean? But before I get this shit started, and there's another thing. This ain't just the black community. This happened in the white community. This happened in the Latino community. Because there's so many fathers that fall for custody and everything. And the judges and everybody say, no, we should not give you custody because this mother's the most best fit. These Al Karens, even though she got meth problems, even though she get high every fucking day, even though she live in a shack, even though she's dealing with an abusive sibling forcer, you know what I'm saying? Even though she really neglects and harm these children, they still see as the best fit that the child should stay with the mother. You know, you just can't make this shit up. But then they say, well, it's your fault, Dad, because you didn't fight hard enough. Bullshit. So we're going to definitely talk about this shit because everybody's not going to agree with this. And I want to know your reasoning, why you do and why you don't. And can you relate and can you talk about something maybe happened in your situation? So we're going to talk about this. But let's see who we got in here first and we'll go from there. And also I want to give a shout out to people on Facebook because I know I connected Facebook and YouTube together for this reason because I want everybody to talk about this. And I'm going to put the link in and have some people to come on here. We're going to talk about dialogue this shit. Let's see who we got in here. We got my boy Hologram up in the building. Shout out to Hologram for the $2 donation. He said, mental illness, my ass. Put this dog down, period. Shout out to you, my brother. Also, Hologram once again for the $2 donation. He said, imagine the horror that boy felt when it was when it shot him. Yeah, 100% for sure. We also got Pervertic at Best. We got my boy Dream. We got Ed. He says, peace to the chat, a new subscriber by the way of the lead attorney. Shout out to the lead attorney because even he could tell you the truth when it comes to this shit, when it comes to family court and equal parenting and fathers fighting for custody. And they don't get it, even though you got proof, receipts, and everything else. And they still say, fuck you, pay me. That's exactly what they say. Fuck you, pay me. So shout out to Ed for joining me and coming subscribe. Appreciate you to the fullest. We got Fred the Jammer. We got 7 Holiday. We got Flight 128. We got Honey 69 up in the building. We got D-Dub, we got E Senior, we got Face Facts from New York, we got Sir Tyson in the building, man. Y'all need to subscribe to him. He's over there on the Lil Nate show. Definitely doing the Lord's work. I've been on there 2 times, man. And you talk about conservative, that's where you want to go. And tradition and stuff like that, go over there, man. Shout out to Sir Tyson, man. Subscribe. We got William Austin, man. What's going on, brother? We got Game of Last Matter, the Baylor. Shout out to the Baylor. We got Michael Beckett, man. We got my boy Trey Smooth up in the building. We got Simply a Diva all the way from Texas. We got Tim Howard the 5th up in the building. You know, who else we got? We got Top Dog Killer. We got Kevin Butler. And he said I said the same thing. We got Mayan King. We got who else we got here? And we also got Georgia Peach. How you doing, Georgia? Georgia Peach up in the building. We got E-Man up in here. And pardon my presence. We got Red Pill Awareness. Y'all definitely need to subscribe to him. Appreciate you, my brother. Definitely subscribe to him on Instagram and also on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Kosher Condition. As soon as I clear up, we'll talk about this. We'll talk about his with a patient. And hopefully if he got time, he is a therapist. I definitely want him to come on here. That's my brother from North Carolina. And also ask Big Mike Drop up in here. Shout out to Gail Locker. I know what she's doing. She multitasking, going back and forth and everything. Shout out to the district attorney, Gail Lockett, the lovely Gail Lockett. Appreciate you, sister. We got Trucker DT. We got Darrell Gleason. We got Ferg in the building. Ferg the Gemini. We got JB from California, paying my tithes. Yeah, Couch Gang, $5 donation. Appreciate you, my brother. And we also got a animation that's gonna come out on the other channel. Yes, sir. We got I Am Me. We got Edward Costa all the way from New York. We got Jaquan. We got No Country for Old Simps up in the building. And, you know, we got Chuck White from Chi-Town on Facebook. That's why I want everybody on here. And we got 127 people here. Let's definitely get the likes up because that's one thing that is free. Thumbs up, thumbs up. And a lot of y'all is not going to like it. A lot of y'all going to be in your feelings. A lot of y'all going to talk that bullshit. But I'm going to tell you, you come in and tell your truth, tell your story and why you feel what you believe because that's why we dialogue. I ain't want to show that. Y'all know, that's the intro. And shout out to Space Kitchen Podcast for that. He the one who did it. So yeah. So definitely let's get this thing started. Let's get this thing rolling. Let me put this matter of fact, let me put the invite up in here in a second. Let me find the article. No, that's an old girl. That ain't what I'm looking for. I'm gonna put up the article, and we're gonna. What's up, D-Mac? We got D-Mac the truck up here. We got Celine. We got Warhammer. We got Warhammer up in the building, living a freezing lifestyle. We got William Bryan up in here. You know, baby mama content with low raise jobs as long as she gets my money, 100%. Yeah, definitely. MPI is up in the building. He said, don't forget a super chat. Let me check it out. Shout out to MPI up in the building. I did JB. We got Kent Jackson up in here too. Tim Howard the 5th and MPI. Thanks for letting me know. Want to give a shout out to MPI for the $5 donation. She said if she has mental issues, why would the son stand there? That's a good question. Want to give a shout out to Tim Howard the 5th. As a black man, this is home. This baby mama Tez deserve to be burned alive, 100%. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, if y'all send a Cash App or if y'all send a super chat and I miss out, please let me know. Definitely let me know. I need to check out something right quick. This is one of the articles that was posted September the 13th. September the 13th. But this happened September 11th, I believe. I believe it was September 11th. And I'm gonna read it. This is the young man right here. And the title of it says city worker displayed paranoid behavior before killing the 12-year-old son. The prosecutor said. Now they at first they didn't charge her at all, but then they end up charging her with murder in the first degree, and they also gave her no bond. And anybody that is suffering through mental illness, this is the National Mental Illness Helpline and the website, just in case, you know, because there are people who really do have mental illness. So if you definitely need to seek therapy for different reasons, it's help. So I'm gonna read this. Let me make it closer, y'all can really see it. And I'm gonna read it. We're gonna follow along. Okay, again, city worker displayed paranoid behavior before killing 12-year-old son, prosecutors, right? This published September the 13th. Fallon Harris, that's the mother, family worried about her mental health, had encouraged her to get treatment, advised the longtime city worker finally heeded Friday, meeting with the therapist for the first time. So that Friday was the first time she went to a therapist. The family encouraged her to go. The family was worried about her. They knew there was something wrong with her. Okay, let me continue. But just a day later, so that means if this happened September 11th, that was Saturday. Because they said this happened the next day. So Friday, because I don't know the date. If Friday was, that means September the 10th must have been Friday, because it happened September 11th. But we'll get this straight out. But just a day later, her family learned the true depths of her despair. Harris now stands accused of killing her cherished 12-year-old son inside their South Chicago home. Kaden Ingram died of multiple gunshot wounds to the head, according to the Cook County Medical Examiner's office. We didn't know that this was going to transpire, says Lavelle Ingram, her estranged husband and the boy's father. We had told her to get help. I guess it finally reached its boiling point. And see, my thing with that right here, this thing right here, we didn't know this was going to transpire, said Lavelle Ingram, her estranged husband and the boy's father. We told her to get help. I guess it finally reached a boiling point. And my thing is with that, as a father, why didn't you try to get emergency custody due to this motherfucker having some type of mental issues? Now, of course, the unfortunate part is, you know, when you go to court and you have receipts, text message, everything that happens, the judge will still say, well, there's no proof, and you just going off what you say. They won't even recommend to get her some type of therapy or some type of counseling to test and see if she have this type of situation, but they would do it to you fathers. All you fathers out here that fight. You go on social media, you go to the street, you turn around and have your billboard saying fathers' rights and fathers are just as important. When y'all sit back and fight for sole custody or equal custody, equal parenting, what do? They sit back and make you take some type of psychiatric test, or you got to go see a shrink before you can get more parenting time, because you out here talking about how bad child support and Title 4D and how the federal government and the judges screw fathers out the picture. You can't make this shit up. You know what I'm saying? You can't make this shit up. They will make the father go get therapy because he's fighting a loser battle. He's fighting to get equal parenting or sole custody because he know over there is not right. She's fucked up. She's unstable. She's not fit. The civil force is abusive. She's abusive. But guess what? You got to go to tooth and nail, spend $50,000, and they'll tell you, well, since you out here talking about how child support is and how the government is when it comes to men's rights, we want you to seek help. Chris Cole went through that. And if you don't do it, you won't be able to get custody. You won't be able to have your every other weekend. You'll just be able to see them on the telephone on FaceTime. So my thing is, I understand if he'd have went there and fought that, they would have told him, well, we're not going to give you the satisfaction, we're not going, and you know, come out with the oopsie. But you could at least attempt when you know the shit was going on. And if shit would have hit the fan, then you could say, I tried my best, I fought the pussy ass judge and allow it. They told me to kiss their ass, and I fought. But by you saying you knew this, you knew it was an issue, you begged her to go. Look what happened. Look what happened. And then everybody want to justify, say she had mental issues. But that's why I say, do we as human justify this type of quote unquote mental issue? I want to give a shout out to the kid's dad for the $4.99. Why they showing his face? Put her out there. She's a clown off with her head. Husband, boy was terrified. Rest in peace, Miss Second Super Chat. I'll go check that out, brother. Shout out to you. I got a picture. A picture is out there. I will say that. But on here, no, they ain't. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to the kid's dad. Let me see if I missed another super chat. Because I'm sometimes when I miss super chats and stuff like that, it's because I'm into this shit. I'm amped up. You know what I mean? It ain't purposely, nothing like that. I want this shit out here. But let me continue this. Though separated, Ingram said he and Harris had remained close for their children's sake. So that means they must got more. They say children, so that means maybe it's more than just the son. I only know about the son. She loved Kaden more than anything in the world, said Ingram, who tried to pick up the pieces and plan his son's funeral. I'm losing a young god. I'm losing a young genius, he said of Kaden, who loved professional wrestling, anime, video games, and history. I'm losing everything I had in this world. Everything. Harris now faces a single count of first-degree murder in his killing at the home in the 8000 block of South Bennett Avenue, according to officials. For those who from Chicago, that's on 80th and South Bennett. That's over there right off Jeffrey, around Stony Island and stuff like that on the southeast side of Chicago, according to officials. Okay, the 37-year-old was denied bail during her initial court appearance Sunday. During the hearing, Cook County Assistant State's Attorney Eugene Wood explained Harris' violent outburst began around 10:15 in the morning Saturday when she pressed Kaden about the whereabouts of a digital memory card she had removed from her vehicle the previous night. After Kaden was unable to produce the memory card when his mother demanded it at gunpoint, she shot him, Wood said Sunday during Harris' initial court appearance. A video surveillance camera inside the home captured audio of the first confrontation and gunshot. Harris then answered a phone call before demanding the memory card again from Kaden, who was still conscious and crying, Wood said. When he said he didn't know where it was, she shot him again. So in other words, she shot him the first time. I guess she got a phone call. She picked up the phone, went on about her business, talking on the phone, while he laid out that shot in the head already, crying, but conscious. She come back when she get off the phone, alleged. Ask him again, where's the memory card? He don't know. She shot him in the head again. The second shot, which caused Kaden to collapse on the kitchen floor, was clearly captured on video, Wood said. Harris later admitted to two family members that she had shot her son because he wouldn't return the memory card, Wood said. In turn, they both called the police and Ingram, who met officers at the home. When she answered the door, Harris confessed to the officers and led them to a silver revolver, according to Wood, who she had a concealed carry license and owned 2 guns. Kaden was taken to University of Chicago Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead, according to Wood and the Cook County Medical Examiner's office. He died from multiple gunshot wounds to the head. Several hours after the shooting, officers filed in and out of the brick house, some carrying bags of evidence. Tearful relatives later arrived, hugging each other across the street from the scene, but they declined to speak with a reporter. Wood directly acknowledged Harris' mental state, noting family members reported she had been displaying paranoid behavior and complaining that people were out to get her. Harris was disruptive and combative early in the hearing and later broke down and appeared to cry when she was given an opportunity to speak. Can I call my mama? She asked. Harris' court-appointed attorney described her client as a lifelong Cook County resident who has worked as a city laborer for some time now. City records show she's employed by the Chicago Department of Transportation at the rate of 45 and 90 cents an hour. So this is not somebody that's off welfare. This is not somebody who get link cards and vouchers and everything else. It says Judge Mary Marbayo ultimately ordered Harris without bail, as Wood had requested. Marbayo also signed a healthcare order allowing Harris to be evaluated. Her next court date is set for Monday. Meanwhile, Ingram said he fears his estranged wife has grown detached from reality. I don't even think she understands what happened, he said. The hell she didn't. She knows exactly what happened. That's why I want to call my mom. You know. But I'm gonna put the link in here because I'm gonna show some other shit, but I'm gonna put the link in here, you know, because I want to talk about this. Because, again, the family knew that she had issues, but they wanted her to seek help. They wanted her to seek therapy. But why ain't nobody try to get the child out the house, even if it was temporary? Why ain't get the child out the house? That's what I want to know. I put the link in there, and y'all can definitely come in, Facebook, even YouTube. You know, I want to know why. You know, why is Dad capable for? I don't know. You know, I don't know. That part I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about. Ain't no excuse as far as I'm concerned. But I will read that the dad defending the mom. It's not a video, it's another article. The dad defends mom charged with killing their 12-year-old son. Mental illness is real. This was September the 14th. September 14th. Let me it's not too long, but he is defending the mom of her killing their 12-year-old son. I'm gonna read it. It says a grieving Chicago father defended the mother accused of shooting and killing their 12-year-old son, calling attention to mental illness and sharing his heartbreak. Lavelle Ingram's son was killed inside his home on Chicago's South Side on Saturday, according to several Chicago media outlets. The boy's mother, Fallon Harris, let me close this right quick, has been charged with Kaden Ingram's murder after a Chicago police investigation. He was a joy of my life, Lavelle Ingram told ABC Channel 7 News. He was everything a father could want in a child. It hurts. It's hard to describe. I can't believe the numbers. Mass shootings, homicide rates, gun sales hit the highest since 1990s. According to Channel 2 Chicago, CBS, the Cook County State's Attorney's Office cited audio and video evidence captured Harris, 37, growing irate at Kaden when he didn't give her an SD memory card from their vehicle. Chicago detectives said that the recovered audio caught Harris opening fire on Kaden. He was still conscious after the first shot. The video caught Harris shooting Kaden a second time. The 7th grader was pronounced dead at the University of Chicago Medical Center. Harris confessed to the shooting to family members over the phone, and then to police who arrived at the scene. Harris' family members told ABC Channel 7 News she was struggling with mental illness and seeing a therapist. She only saw the therapist one day. That one day. but she was seeing a therapist like it was normal, constant. His mom is a loving mom, Lavelle Ingram said. She loved him more than she loved anything in the world. That's what he said. The father, the strange husband. Harris appeared in bond court Monday and was being in jail without bond. She faces a life in prison if convicted. Gun violence continues to run rampant in Chicago, according to midsummer records from Chicago. Sometimes nearly 1,500 shooting victims, at least 52 were 15 or younger. More than 100 people were shot over Father's Day weekend, including at least 12 minors, 5 of whom died. Also, let's see what else. Is that it? Okay. Looks like that's it. Now I see we got to do business in the chat. We got my boy Noble and do business. What's going on, bro?
Man, what up?
Peace, what's up?
What up, man?
Noble, what's going on, bro?
Working, hustling. What's going on with you guys?
Chilling, man. Do
Chilling.
business. What's your thoughts? What's your take on this?
Well, I mean, I didn't hear the whole, breakdown that you did. I came in at the last, when you was getting finished. So basically, the title of your video, she killed her son over like a video game or something.
A memory
Is
card.
that correct?
It was a memory card, not nothing with a game, just a memory card like for a phone or a computer or something like that. One of the memory cards you put in the camera or something like that.
Man, the stories are getting worse and worse and worse, man. I mean, if she was going to a therapist, that's what I was trying to tell you one time before when we was on the panel. Like a lot of times those therapists can't help you. Like you said, the family should have stepped in and just took the child away from the woman. Anytime you around somebody that's mentally incompetent like that, the family really has to step in and save the children, because a lot of people really don't care about children, man. They really don't, but I see guys like you do. You see what I'm saying? I mean, because, if you really care about the children, just take the child away. One of my family members, man, he was 20 years old. He got killed, being out there in the streets. And I was pissed off about it because I know his mother, she's my cousin. So I'm like, I couldn't even say nothing to her when I seen it, because I looked at her, I said, you are the one that's responsible for that boy getting killed. The boy has so much potential.
Well, you continue. I'm going to ask you this question before I come with a response to what you said. Why do you believe it's her fault? How old was he, first of all?
He was 20 years old.
20. Right. So why was it her fault? Because black mothers are never at fault. And I'm talking about these baby mama tears, black mothers. They never at fault. See, they're a victim of circumstances. See, the white man did it. Government daddy did it. See, if it wasn't for the white man that put me in this atmosphere and made me have this kid, and the deadbeat dad who didn't want to be involved, is not my fault. It's the white man. Why do you say it's her fault?
Because she has money. She doesn't work. So she get government assistance, and she always was living in crime areas. So if these people are giving you money, they're not giving you money to continue to stay in an area that's not suitable for a child. So she knew that she could have moved into a nice neighborhood and got that boy, in a good school, just like my mom did for me. My mom was never on government assistance. She always worked. You know what I'm saying? And because we lived in the projects, but she got us out the projects quick. When I was like 12 years old, she moved us out quick because she knew if I would have, you know what I'm saying, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. What city? What city and state?
But I mean,
what city and state?
Birmingham, Alabama. The first 48.
Okay, Alabama. Yeah, first 48.
These niggas be acting stupid. I'm talking about every other day somebody is getting murdered, bro. Because even when I was in Baltimore, I had to get away from Baltimore. I had to get away from up there because when I went up there and living with my cousin, I was in my 20s. He was living in the projects, and it was just crazy. So it's like people have to get out of crime areas. You have to put your children in a nice area, and even if you do live in the hood, you don't have to have that hood mentality. But his mom's straight up hood rat, 2 and 3, 4, 5 baby daddies, and I was mad at her, and I ain't seen my cousin in years. I don't even mess with her no more, bro, because you know, that boy was 20 years old, Mr. Palmer. He could have been anything he wanted to be, and you let that boy get caught up in the street.
I want to give a shout out to Edward Acosta for the $5 super sticker. Appreciate you, my brother. And that's why I was asking, because you know when you call shit like that out, you know your mama black, who hurt you, you just hate black women. We the best motherfuckers on the planet and everything else. That's why I wanted to know. And how did she feel when her son was murdered in the street? And you telling her
because when I heard it, right, when I heard about it, I was in California. I was at work. So my brother and my cousin called me on three-way, and they told me what happened to my cousin. His name was Sanquez. So I'm like, I said, damn, you know, I'm in California. I'm in some part of California. But I'm like, damn, you know, he got killed, yada, yada, yada. And so I heard that she went to the funeral and raised hell. You know, they had to throw her ass out the funeral. She had been acting the fool. And that's my point. About absolutely nothing. Okay. That's my take on it. I wasn't there. But when I talked to her, I looked her straight in her face. I said, you are the one responsible for that. And I ain't seen my cousin since. I don't even want to see her. Stupid ass bitch. Excuse my language.
No, you're right. I mean, you know, I understand to the T. But what I do want to ask you, was the father around?
His father was around, but you know, I guess, you know, because I know the dude named Rico. So I know the guy, you know, he's a pretty good, you know, decent dude, but she was dealing with another guy. So if he was around, he probably went around that much. And that's another thing. Like if a woman feels like she can't, you know, raise the child, just give the child to the father, you stupid bitch. You know, I'm sorry, bro. Because
let me ask you this. And because I see you, this open, you express yourself.
I'm sorry, man. I apologize.
You don't owe me no apology. You don't owe me no apology. And I want to give a shout out.
No apology necessary, bro.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to the dislike that I got, because I know y'all don't like this. I get it.
Play Reverend X for him.
I'm gonna let Reverend X go ahead and speak that out before I even continue on.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Not at all. The last thing I want to ask you, did he have life insurance?
I don't know. I can't answer that.
Well, I can answer 9 out of 10. They didn't have no life insurance. I can guarantee you that.
You know that's gonna be a GoFundMe you're gonna set up somewhere.
I could guarantee that. If you saying she was living off these checks and all that shit, I guarantee you she'd have had no motherfucking life insurance. But they sit back and say, I'm the dead with no life. I guarantee. You know, I appreciate you telling your story, though. I appreciate you telling your story, bro. And it's unfortunate. Noble.
Peace.
Now, I want to know what's your take on this situation with, you know, they saying she was mentally ill. They saying that she saw therapy like it was, she was seeing therapy for months. She only saw that therapist the one time, for the first time. And then the next day she did what she did. And even the father says they told her to get help and all this stuff. And the family said she needed help. But my thing, and I say it again, why he did not fight to try to get even if it was temporary custody. Why the family ain't do it? So what's your take on this situation?
This is normal. This is average and ordinary. This is not special. It's just the child was shot this time. So what's the difference between him being shot at 12 or him being turned into a monster at 12 and then he shoots somebody else's child? What's the difference? It's just that these particular things is what's going to make it the news, which is going to make it to us in other cities. You know what I mean? And it's like nobody does anything. Nobody, like the brother just was saying, I've seen dudes like the father. You can't do anything. If he go there, raise hell, he's going to jail. If he come and take his child, he's going to jail. If he fight with her, he's going to jail. What can he do? Fight harder doing what? Though paperwork to do what? It wasn't no paperwork for him to get the pussy for the baby to be here in the first place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
And she's diagnosed why? Because somebody managed to do their job that one time. Most of them are walking around half dead with mental illnesses. Everybody knows this. When you look at the numbers, drug use among so-called black females that have children is the highest.
That's not. Wait a minute. Nah, that's not true, bro. Your mama black. Your mama black.
That don't mean shit.
Nah, bro. That's not true. Your mama black. Nah. That ain't. Nah, the white man put them on drugs. That's bullshit. Fuck you talking about?
The white man ain't open her door and unlock her door and make her walk her ass down to the corner to the dope boys. White man ain't make her do that. So it's just sad, bro. I live in a family. I'm in a family, right? You go on the internet, you Google. His name is Kevin Cartwright. He was one of the main spokesmen for the fire department. He has a brother. His name is Keith. Keith killed his mother. Shot her. I think if he didn't shot her, he beat her to death. That's my family. I'm in a family where you got him, you got me, where we just not having these problems where these females just beat the fucking shit out of you and don't nothing else happen to you. And then when they get to his age, 12 and 13, where you realize your little ass arms and your little body as a mother is not affecting the little boy, they take it to the next level. And then when these little girls on the internet, like the Tasha K's, running their mouth, this stuff don't ever come up. When a mother feels like her little actions, when she realizes she's physically inferior to her new preteen, they want to take it to the next level. So I'm not surprised she got the gun, because it's a normal thing for a black female to say, I'll shoot you when you get older. People don't want to talk about who they really are.
No, because so many fathers, black, white, Latino, and everything, go to the court and explain to the judges on what you're dealing with over here. You know, gaslight, narcissist, some type of mental issues or something like that. They don't want to talk about that. They still give custody to these low like the motherfuckers, especially Al Karens over here. So I agree, because there's so many children that's been killed because they didn't give custody to the father. They didn't take the father seriously. All they cared about was that fucking check. So so that's why I want to talk about this. And then when these baby mama Teds do the shit, then they sit back and say, mental illness. And I'm like, how many times you gonna continue to use this bullshit ass rhetoric as a reason to justify her doing the MGK on a 12-year-old? You just can't make this shit up. Because I guarantee you, let me, one of y'all go X out our children, and then we say PTSD and say, hey man, I just lost it. I got PTSD. I'm trapped on the couch and I'm depressed. They're gonna say, nah, fuck you. They're gonna give me life, if not the death penalty, life without parole. They're not gonna put me in a straitjacket, put me in no goddamn psychiatric ward. They're gonna put me in jail and hope for me to get X'd out by one of these inmates in that motherfucker. See, it's a difference. It's a difference. Definitely a difference, man.
If a nigga don't got a job, he can't have his child. But she can have a whole fucking mental illness, enough to where she'll shoot her baby twice. Like you coming back to finish the kitchen off, to finish clothes off. You'll shoot your child in the head over a fucking memory card, and then come back and shoot him again. Man, bro.
You can't really make this shit up.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
Right, but then they sit back and still make excuses. I know. Gamer last night, I'm gonna let you say something. Then I'm gonna post a video from the ABC News. There's a video, and then I'm gonna let my boy Big Mike drop chime in. Then the closer cognition, and also he's from Inglewood, Chicago. So,
hey, Mr. Palmer, let me go first because I gotta get back to work real quick.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I got it. I thought you was off today, bro.
Yeah, it's cool though. Yeah, I had broke the story yesterday. I made an upload on my channel and everything. So you gotta tell me this and explain to me like a 6-year-old. You gave this woman that has a mental breakdown. I mean, you like you said, if a man even have a bad mind, they'll try every way in society to keep him locked up. Period. These women could do whatever they want, and nobody bat an eye. Like you said, after that first shot, that was probably an accident. Second shot, that's premeditated. So you mean to tell me we got women walking around here like that and crazy, and we still knocking them up?
100%.
Yep.
I agree.
We crazy. You right.
Yeah, man. I mean, seriously, we be having look, but the ass though, Rob, Mr. O, you know that ass though, man. I know she crazy. I know she got about 8 abortions. Yeah, she got her ex nigga locked up and try to kill him too. But man, I love her though. Yeah, we got them dudes that still want to go ahead and mess with a chick like that. And you know she a millennial too. So these women, these millennial women, I hate to tell y'all, look, they're showing y'all who they really are, and they are not fit for marriage and they're not fit for motherhood. But we can't say nothing. We can't say nothing in society. And in that clip, I feel sorry for the dude, but the dude seemed like, man, he didn't know what the hell going on. You about to play that ABC clip, right?
Yeah. I'm
Just
definitely
look at his body language.
That's why I want to play it. Hey, bro, I appreciate you coming in. I know you got to work. I want to let the culture clinician chime in right quick because he just hit me up. He got clients because he's a therapist. He's actually a licensed therapist in North Carolina. And then I'll let the video play. And I'm gonna let Big Mike Deputy chime in and then game of the bailiff. The culture.
Right, I'm still in the background in the chat, yo.
Okay, bro, be safe out there. The culture clinician, how you doing, brother?
Blessings and greetings, brothers. This is an unfortunate event with the sad Xing out this precious young boy, and this is all too often something or reoccurring thing that happens in the Black community. And so, listen, there is a lot of mental illness going on, but the question would remain is, did she have intent, or did she really know what she was doing? Did she have a psychosis? And so when they do what's called the forensics analysis, they're going to more or less determine whether or not she was fully cognizant of what she was doing. But regardless she was cognizant or not, how could you do something so evil and vile to blow your baby's brains out? And I know I got to be careful with the algorithm. I apologize, but
I'm good. I don't give a fuck about that. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, man. But my whole point is, clinically, how could you do that? Because listen, when people are hallucinating, they're going through a psychosis. Sometimes when you're psychotic, you're not necessarily aware of what you're doing. But the fact remains that this woman needed help a long time. And see, Mr. Palm, that's what a lot of folks do. They don't take therapy serious. We talk about all things, and some don't even believe that therapy is necessary. Some think it's not viable, but it's very viable, depending on the clinician, depending on the medication, and depending on the diagnosis, and depending on the client's ability to actually play a role in the therapeutic process. Mm-hmm. But back to point, this particular episode that happened, man, it's unfortunate because it's an ongoing travesty that happens all too often in the Black community. And like the brother said a couple of minutes ago, a lot of times our brothers feel helpless because they don't really know what to do. But then another thing is a lot of folks don't see the need for therapy. They think therapy is something, I don't need it, stupid. And it's very stigmatized, but therapy is real. And with the right therapist and the right treatment model, the person get the help that they want. Sometimes people in therapy for 6 months to a year. Sometimes they're in therapy for years. But I won't be surprised if this woman didn't have some undiagnosed trauma, some maybe PTSD, could even have like borderline personality disorders. I don't know. But you can look at her face and tell she was deranged. You could tell that woman was deranged. She was very deranged based on.
Let me ask you this, because you is a licensed therapist, and I kind of agree with you on that part. But let me ask you this: for the simple fact that the first time you can say, okay, she lost it, memory card, she shooting the first time, she get a phone call, she go talk on the phone, she come back, and just like Miguel said, the second shot was personal, and she had intent for the second shot when he didn't answer that question. In your opinion, do you think that's considered some type of mental illness, or do you think that was a personal intent, the second shot at least?
Yeah, that's a great question, Mr. Palmer. That's an awesome question, man. But listen, she definitely had negative intentions. Mm-hmm. But the quandary would be, was she aware of what she was doing? And I know it sounds contradictory, but was she really aware of what she was doing, or was she going through a psychotic rage where she couldn't control herself? Based on what I saw, I would say she knew what she was doing, because she went back and did, unless she was hallucinating and hearing voices.
Now, I'm only reason I'm cutting you off because I know you got clients to do.
No, I got a few more minutes. Go
okay,
ahead.
tell everybody what you do because you know I'm just a dumb nigga on the couch. See, I live on the couch. I'm not licensed, so I want you to tell everybody what you do before they just say, "How do you know?" or "Why do you get this thesis?" Tell them what you do, where you from.
Right. So I have a YouTube channel called The Kosher Clinician, and my channel is about male empowerment, empowering Black men, but also dealing with mental illness. And so my channel focuses on 7 core principles, which is more or less family, faith, finances, female psychology, world travel, politics, male health, male physical health, and male mental health. And the motto is, if it ain't 7, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, it ain't right. And so I decided to do that channel, start my channel because as a licensed therapist, a lot of Black men go do undiagnosed mental illness. They don't really have nobody to help them share their pain. They suffer in silence. And I've always said, Mr. Palmer, that a hopeless man is a broken man, and a broken man is a dangerous man. And it appears, even though this woman was wicked, that she was hopeless based on whatever schema she had going on inside her head. And so, you know, it's unfortunate, like I said, that it happened. But there's a lot of mental illness and unresolved mental illness in the Black community. We tend to minimize it. We tend to say, oh, whatever. But you got a lot of walking time bombs. Like the brother said a minute ago, especially with some of these millennial women, you know, unfortunately, some of them are not fit for marriage because they haven't been taught to be wives. They don't know how to be a wife. And I don't know what happened with this woman, but you can tell something deranged was going on inside of her mind, man. You can tell. And it's unfortunate, man. But I am a licensed therapist out of North Carolina, man. And I do this all for the love of the brotherhood, man. And, you know, you and I had a great collaboration talking about child support, maternity court, and also my man Gary talking about not getting a marriage contract in America because we know that the system is not beneficial to helping Black men. And listen, you know, and I know, Mr. Palmer, there are a lot of men when they're struggling with mental health issues. Like you said, a lot of times their mental health issues are not given the same type of credence as our women, unfortunately. You're 100% right when you said that because a lot of times a man say, I have post-traumatic stress disorder or whatever. They don't want to hear that. They're going to throw the book at you. They're going to throw it at your heart. So you're 100% right.
Man, for those who don't know his channel, this is his channel right here. Please subscribe. Like I said, he'll be on the show. We're gonna do some one-on-ones. See, that's what I'm saying. I tell you, these motherfuckers will sit back and make excuses for these baby mama terrorists. They will sit back and try to justify. And if you got mental illness as a man, then they tell you, hey, it is what it is, your fault.
Right.
Then all of a sudden you say, I don't think that's right. Oh, who hurt you? Your mama Black, you ain't shit. And I'm gonna show you that on Facebook and what I got, how dumb these whores are. So, and that's why I wanted you to answer the question. I agree with you. When you look at it, you can tell something wrong with her.
Yeah, she's deranged. I think she has some mental illness going on.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't know if she went through a psychotic rage where she just snapped. But if you remember the precursor, they said she needed to get help. But unfortunately, a lot of times, Mr. Palmer, because we don't take mental health serious in the Black community, she probably checked herself out before she can get the proper medication and the psychoeducation as it relates to her mental illness, unfortunately.
You can't make this shit up. But I'm gonna have to go back to what you said. Like you said, though, that second shot, though, you going back, you know, that right there was a premeditated move. Maybe the first one, I didn't know no better. But that second one, actually asked him again, where's it at? I don't know. Pop go to Weasel. You can't make this shit up. I'm just telling you. You just can't make this shit up.
And they're determined, Mr. Palmer, once they take it to court, they'll probably have what's called a forensics expert to more or less determine if she has, you know, if she was cognizant of what she was doing or it was premeditated. But that's why you have what's called forensics experts. You know, they're asking a litany of questions to determine if the person was more or less aware of what they were doing. And that's because she's still gonna go to jail regardless if she had a mental illness or not. She's still going to jail. But they might give her a little bit more clemency based on the things that she did. So, but she's still going to jail, unfortunately. And my heart goes out to the baby. My heart goes out to that little boy.
Most definitely, but she don't deserve no clemency. I don't give a fuck what they say. You know? But I get what you're saying because they give a lot of these motherfuckers mercy.
Right, that's true.
Even in the court with family court, when fathers of all races try to show proof she's on meth, she's on cocaine, she's abusive, she's in a shack, she's in a tent, she's in with some dude who's abusive or drug addict. What happens? Oh well, did you pay your child support? Oh well, is you caught up with your back child support? Oh well, ain't nothing we can do about it because you got to do that first. Mm-hmm. And don't let you be on YouTube or social media talking about child support. Oh, you going against the code. Oh no, we ain't giving you custody. Ask my boy Caleb, when he went and the son told the judge that I do not, he's 14 and the age is 12. He said, I do not want to be my mother. The step force is abusive. She's abusive. They had on video. And guess what? The judge gave him back to the mother. You can't make this shit up.
Right.
They didn't give a shit.
It's a metric that they're running. They know when children are with the mothers the most, being
it's more beneficial to them. Right.
They know that females make up 70% of most retail, if not all.
Yeah.
And when you're raised by a consumer, you're going to be a consumer and a taxpayer.
Right.
Criminal. And that's just pretty much it. It's not business. It's not personal. It's just business.
It's business. Right. They definitely pimping a lot of our women, man, unfortunately, man. And,
absolutely.
A lot of our women can't see it because, unfortunately, we live in societies and cultures where we don't value black men. We don't value black males' authority. And because of that, a lot of our children and a lot of our communities are left unprotected. You you look at the black community. If you're a Gen X, I'm Gen X. I don't know, Mr. Palm, I think he's a Gen X too. And
I don't know what the difference is. Shit, I'm 42. If that's a Gen X,
yeah, you're Gen X. You're a new Gen X, but I'm an old head Gen X. But I'm 50. But you can definitely see a gradual decline, man. I hear you often talking about how your mom was instrumental in your life, how your dad was instrumental in your life. But you look at the typical black home and the typical black community. Even though this young boy had a father, you're seeing the gradual decline. And who's to say she didn't respect his authority? Because, like you could say, the father said he was stable. That young boy should have been with his father.
Right.
He should have been with his dad instead of dealing with an unstable woman that had mental illness. But like you were saying, the courts don't favor men, unfortunately, and it's sad. It's really sad. My heart. I heard about the story last night, and all I could do is shake my head, man.
Right, 100%, man. I appreciate you tuning in. I know it took you had to put your people on hold. I appreciate it. It was
no doubt, man.
I had to get it. I'm from Cottage Grove. You know better than me when it comes to therapists and shit like that. I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you, man. Much love, brother.
Y'all definitely subscribe to the Kosher Condition. It's in the chat, and also periodically I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna play this Channel 7 news clip. I ain't reading shit. And you'll see it for yourself. Just a minute, 17 seconds, and then I'm gonna let Big Mike drop his opinions and knowledge. Let's definitely make this happen. Let me make this bigger, matter of fact. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, let's see. Let's go back to the picture. Let's go back to the picture. Now, this is her picture. Now, of course, if her hair was done, everything, of course, maybe it looked different, but of course, they got her looking like that. I don't know why. Anytime you see majority of people with the mug shots, for some reason, it always be the worst of the worst. So if you want to look at her and say, yeah, it look like she got some issues, or it look like she's just miserable, because a lot of these baby mama tears look like this. So if that's the case, then everybody got some psych issues then, because that's how a lot of these masked baby mama tears look on the streets, even with their hair done, even when they wear their hair crowns. It don't look no different, like no mental issue to me, unless that's what all these motherfuckers got. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna finish playing. But it's her. She's 37 years old. It's her.
37.
37. That's the team. So yeah, that's the actual video. Some people say it was sound muffled. I don't know. On my end, I was hearing it. Was y'all hearing it?
I hear it.
I don't know, y'all. It's the Channel 7 news clips. I don't know. This wasn't no YouTube video. I'm sorry. But fair use though, because they how these people come with the some type of excuse to flag. But yeah, Big Mike Drop. For those who know what Big Mike Drop is, he's been on YouTube for a minute now. He definitely support my page. I love what he's doing. He's on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yes.
And I will be on his show soon. And I hit him up like, hey, I want you to come on this show and tell me your thoughts and your take on it, because a lot of people talked about it. And this is his link to subscribe. Please subscribe to his channel. He supports the Black Manosphere and people outside of the Black Manosphere. Well, he's about men and telling the truth and everything.
Absolutely.
What's going on with you, bro?
Man, what's up, man? I appreciate you for having me join, man. It's a pleasure to be on here with you, gentlemen, even though it's under some fucked up circumstances.
Of course.
I heard about this last night, man, and me and my partner were just talking about it. What's up with the family, man? Like, where's the role of the family in this? Like, the family, you know, they hear that this woman is, you know, feeling like people are looking for her. She's paranoid. These people know that this has been going on. Why didn't somebody take the action and get the child out of the home, or even get this woman to help? You know, this is something based off of what I've read that people knew was going on with this woman, and they still didn't take the action to get this child to safety. He's just supposed to be in there because it's his mama. And I'm gonna be honest, I think a lot of them probably thought it was his responsibility to take care of her through that time.
And you know, a lot of these baby mama terrorists have son husbands, and white, black, blue, or green, they use them to be the husband.
Absolutely. I'm gonna say one side point too, but this is why it pisses me off when people that, you know, like Simone, that want to quit doing what she's doing for whatever reason, and these other different women start throwing mental health, these undiagnosed mental health issues into play. You know, just say you don't feel like doing it, but when you throw mental health out there, you cheapen the meaning of mental health and mental illness. You cheapen the meaning of that. And then real victims can't get help. And then, you know, it's a chain of victims after that. I feel horrible for this boy in losing his life like this, and they need to put her ass under the jail.
You know what? That sound like the ones that be hollering sexual assault after 30 years.
Right.
The ones that say he did the R move on me 40 years ago, because now it's an opportunity, since he's running for whatever he's running for, to set him up a failure. It affects the ones that actually are victims, because I can't take none of you motherfuckers seriously.
Right.
So yeah, you right with that. You right 100%. So who hurt you?
I got stung by a bee the other day, so I tell the
no, it wasn't no bee. It wasn't no bee, because for you to say that somebody had to hurt you, ain't your mama black?
My mama is black, man.
Oh, okay.
I love my mama to death, but she the biggest German Shepherd I know.
Can you elaborate?
I mean, it just is what it is, man. She tried to keep me in a certain line that I didn't necessarily go in. Like I said, I love her to death, and we agree to disagree on a lot of things. But you know, I would have been going down the same path as a lot of these kids were going. I was a single mother. I had a grandmother in the house. That's kind of what made it a little bit different for me. My grandmother was with us from the time I was born to the time I was, you know, out of the house. So I did have a backup, you know, to lean on. But yeah, my mother believed in systems.
Baby mama terrorist. I got it.
Nah, she believed in systems. You know, I don't know. I had to ask my dad whether she was a BMT. I will have to have that discussion with him. I did know my dad, and I could go see my dad whenever I wanted to see him, or whenever he wanted to see me. But what I'm saying, as far as trying to rear me in the ways of white supremacy and how to kind of, I guess, bow down to it and kind of, conform?
Yes.
To white supremacy. Yeah, she definitely taught me that. That's what I mean. She definitely taught me that. I had to actually rebel to get where I am today.
Indeed.
100% understandable. Where you from, bro?
Mobile, Alabama, man.
Mobile, Alabama. So I know you know about Alabama, you know, because just like Do Business, he said he was I think he said his cousin was out there in the projects, and her son was murdered, and he blamed her because she didn't take him out the neighborhood because she was so worried about government daddy's benefits. You know, you just cannot make this shit up.
It's bad, man. It's bad. Like government daddy gives you just enough to not want to do shit.
Exactly.
And that's the problem with leaning on those, you know, but that's people who don't want to take risks. That's part of the reason why I feel like women aren't designed to be alone, and they're not designed to have to navigate this shit on their own.
They're not.
You see what I mean? And that's where we're getting to this point in society right now, where everything is starting to break down, because we have a we can do it attitude, but knowing good and damn well you can't do it alone.
Right.
100%. And and definitely again, you can't make this shit up. Because
Absolutely.
I question the same thing. Why the family didn't step in and say, look, we're gonna take him out the house temporarily. The father need to take the child out the house temporarily. You know, you ain't got. I mean, why ain't nobody do more? Why ain't nobody do more? You saw what was going on. They said it been new. So why you ain't step in a little more? You know what I
Right.
mean? What was the reasoning?
They knew that he
You,
was
you,
there.
you
They
know,
looked at him as as her support system.
So in other words, a son husband, because
Yeah,
that's usually what they use them as son husbands. You know?
absolutely.
And for those who know what a son husband is baby mama tells use their son as husbands to use them for what the actual grown man who they won't get from them, they'll get it from their sons. The
Right.
substitute. Because nobody want them and they got a sense not to even deal with that type of shit. So they use their son as son husbands. And this is again why a lot of our boys are emotional, are weak, are violent, and so on because they was raised by these baby mama terrorists.
Yeah.
Right.
So man, you
and,
can't make
and y'all know what though? The
yeah.
killing part is not only did she shoot him one time, she shot him twice.
I read
That's
three
the. I
times.
mean,
I read that she shot him
oh
3
my
times.
God,
Shot him once, and he
3
said
times.
he laid there crying. He was still conscious. She came back and then shot him twice.
And
Now
this the killing part, Mr. Palmer, and
on the
everybody else.
article
Like
it said
y'all
twice.
remember,
On the article it said twice.
but
So I'm not sure.
well, but y'all remember what happened to the brother Nathaniel Woods, right?
Yeah.
He didn't even do anything. His homeboy is the one that committed the crime against the cops and shot the police. They murdered this dude for absolutely nothing. But you got women that be blasting their children or burning their children in ovens like the chick did up there in Detroit.
Yeah.
And they get to go to jail. Nothing happens to them. And after they go to jail, they still be trying to, they still be trying to, work with the female and see what the problem is. Well, I mean, if y'all can kill a black man for nothing, why can't y'all kill these bitches? These bitches don't deserve to live. What kind of shit is that?
Because they
She
club
shot
me.
her child.
Go ahead.
My nigga,
Yeah, bro.
they'll do us fucked up out here in the system. Any one of us. They do us fucked up all the time. They harass us. All types of stories. And it don't matter what city you live in. If it got a black population, we niggas gonna go through some shit. So, we gotta walk around acting like, all docile and shit, so people don't, find us, threatening. It don't matter where you go, you know what I'm saying? They always, you can have on a suit and a tie, they always so threatened by a straight black man. But these faggot well, excuse me. I ain't mean to say that.
Go ahead.
But these gay dudes, they get to walk around all freely, wearing dresses and doing all this crazy stuff. And don't nobody say nothing to them. But you're a straight black man and you walking, you doing your business, you working, whatever you do, and we always get some slack. They won't let us take care of our families. We always got problems with our women. It's just crazy, man. So what else is a man supposed to do? That's why some dudes be like, you know what? I'm out of here. Because it is nothing for you to do. The system is not going to work for you. Just like Mr. Palmer just said, they just want you to pay child support. Because I ain't been to court in years. But every time I went to child support, it is fully transactional. They always ask you about your money, where you working at, what you doing. That's all they care about. They don't care anything about your children. And I done seen dudes in court try to talk to the judge about what the baby mama doing. The judge be like, man, look, where you working at? What you doing? I seen this young black man walk up in court. He fresh to death. You know what I'm saying? Got on Jordans and everything. And the judge was asking him what he do for a living. And he talking trash to the judge. And that was his worst mistake. I'm looking at him like, damn, bro, don't do that. And all the judge said was, sit to the right, sir. And I knew at the end of after, the judge went through everybody's cases, they're gonna lock this nigga up. They don't care nothing about you, boy. Any one of you dudes that's listening, they don't care nothing about us. Whether you black, white, Filipino, Hispanic, they just want our money. They don't care about us. We care about our families. But that's how they us, man.
And they don't.
They treat these bitches like they some angels, my nigga.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm glad you said it because I want you to all see this right here because example, like they don't give a fuck about these children. Now I post this on my personal page on the Fuck Child Support Facebook page, and I shared it to a couple of groups. Now, if you go to Relationship Talk 2.0, the 2020 editions, you have a lot of these baby mama tears, Alquishas, Alkeishas, Walla Melanicias, and they sit back with the feminist ideology. They when you talk about the truth, they say that you hate your mama and they black and you hate black women, all this. I want y'all to see this. I posted, you know, what happened. This motherfucker right here. Of course, you don't show their face, but this motherfucker right here, I showed y'all this last week, but it was another post. This motherfucker, this her response. Quantana Brittany, she said, why are you using children to fuel your hate? So because I post this about this motherfucker right here killing her son, she asked me, why are you using children to fuel your hate? And she says, hate without a scapegoat. And she said, have the, I don't know what that means, the nuts too or the heart too. And then say, because at the end of the friggin' day, y'all gave her kids. Y'all.
What?
I just want y'all, hey, you can't make this shit up. Y'all DGT me. Nobody care you hate black women, but do that ish without a scapegoat. So in other words, she's saying, I'm using this child who I did not murder, who she murdered, to hate black women. And then I replied, I said, why are you deflecting? Because I just kept it simple. Why are you deflecting, right? She says, answer the question and learn from that word means then try again. And then I said a meaning to change direction by interposing something. She says, then you definitely used it wrong. I thought so. Thanks for confirming. And I said deflection at its finest. This ain't shit yet. Why don't you see the rest? She said, and you still using it wrong. Sigh. Go get therapy. Hate will kill you early. Says this nigga right here. Now, she ain't telling her to get therapy. And she ain't saying nothing about what she did. She said, I need therapy because I posted what happened in Chicago. You can't make this shit up, but let me continue. So what I did, you know, I posted a stat from 2001 to 2006. Let's look at who does the most abuse and murders against child Department of Health. And this is not, and I post all the time, this is not just black women who does this. It's mothers of all race, all colors. It don't make a difference. This is from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Child maltreatment reports from 2001 to 2006. This is from the U.S. Department of Health. This ain't come from Twitter. This ain't come from Facebook, because you know they quick to say where it comes from. And then, like I say, I'm gonna put it again for the mothers only. For child abuse and neglect from 2001 to 2006, mother only, 1.4, 1,452,099 abuse of a child and neglect. When it comes to fatalities, it comes to 1,704. Now the mother and the other, meaning the spouse or the boyfriend, the husband, step-husband, whatever, it comes to 222,836. When it comes to the murders, it's 565, right? So even if you want to say, okay, with the mother and the boyfriend or the girlfriend, you know, in this day and age, it's only 200. Don't get me wrong, 200 something thousand is a lot. Don't get it twisted. But compared to just the mother by herself, that's a lot. That's a lot. And with the fathers, I don't have it on here, but with the fathers, it's not even half of that.
Nope.
It's not even half of that.
It's not even a third of that with the fathers.
Right. But then they sit back. One bitch said that that's because women have more custody than y'all do. They have more custody. And I said it. So you telling me because they have more custody that is justified that they be able to beat them and kill them and abuse them. Is that what you're saying? Now, I'm the dumb nigga college girl to sleep on the couch. But you telling me from your logic that it's justified because they have more primary custody. But the government will give them primary custody. And the stats proved it. So of course, now let me go back to, you know, this is deflection at best. This is not over because they come with everything. She says, let me save her some time. I said, go ahead and save. She said, I'm gaslighting. She said, you know, the things a man say, you know, your mama black, you know, all this Trump, Mirror for Black, and all that shit, wear a pill. Then she come up with the black man gaslighting for black women bingo. You know how they do for the black woman who gaslights the black man. And then she said, I miss anything. And then that's when it gets better. That's when I said, yes, you got about this. See, you talking about me gaslighting and all that shit. I'm talking about stats from a goddamn Department of Health. And this is y'all, not just black women, this men, white women, black women, Latino women. It's about women as a whole. And then she said, show the stats of 2021. Now, anybody else who got some sense would know that the stats would not be out for 2021. You have to go from 2020 and beyond. You can't do 2021 if it's still 2021. Now, mind you, I'm a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove. I sleep on the couch. I ain't work for damn, and I'm a deadbeat. But again, you can't make this shit up. And then I said, that's your response. I said, 2021 isn't over. And then she said, when they come out, feel free to come back. Their statistics aren't valid anymore. Also, birth rate is down. Now, after that, we'll see. Come back January or so. So, all right, man. So she said that this shit is dead because it's 2001 to 2006. So, in other words, since it happened some years ago, it's dead. It don't exist. You can't make this shit up. That's one. And I said, I was actually shocked. I said, that's your response? And then she said, when it come out, wait till January. And then I laughed. I said, that's a good one. I said, doesn't take away the most abuse, because she tried to use that the birth rate is down, the birth rate is low. And that's true. Birth rates are low because a lot of men ain't going that route no more. Right. So, but it don't take away the ones that still currently have children. So if the birth rate is down, okay, instead of it being 90% of birth rates, we'll say it's down to 30% of birth rates, and it still shows in the stats that women are more abusive than men. So even if it's only 5% in the nation that have kids, women are more abusive in the 5%, motherfucker, than men. But see, I'm dumb. I don't know no better. But let's continue. I said, that's a good one. I said, doesn't take away of the most abused and murder most. If you go to the Chicago Welfare Government, ChicagoWelfare.gov, you'll see the stats from 2020 beyond. But when you go in there, you got to really do your due diligence. So many files of different E's broken down to the T. That's why I just put the link in there if y'all want to click on your damn self. And then I looked it up on Google. Perpetrators of child abuse 2020, people who engage in child abuse or neglect, who statistically most likely to be a perpetrator of child maltreatment. Perpetrators were women. 46.1% of perpetrators were women. 46.1% of perpetrators. Men, and 0.9 were unknown sex, race, entity, were white, 48.9, African American, 21.1, and Hispanic, 19.7. So it's in all races when it comes to these no good ass baby mama Ted's whores. But motherfucker don't want to talk about that, and your mama black, and this motherfucker actually turned around and went back and said, black women are both. What is your point, sir? Kids and adults ain't the same. I don't, you acting like folks saying this is okay. Also, black women weren't the highest killing anything. I didn't say that black women was the most to kill. I said women as a whole. See how dumb these whores are? They think when I talk about baby mama terrorism and it happened to be a black woman up here, which it is about her, I talk about all women. So that's what I say. The first thing they assume is, oh, you hate black women. No, I talk about all women. I talk about all baby mama terrorist women. I don't give a fuck what color you is. See, that's the first deflect. And then she say, I hate black women again, even though I put out the CDC, the 2020, even went on Google for her dumb ass. And then she come out with the CDC, black women had the highest homicide rate. So she saying black women get killed the most. I never said black women didn't get murdered the most. Where did that come from? And when I tell y'all the definition of deflect is this right here. And of course, now son is by, sir, just by. If you want to hate black women, do that and leave kids out of this ish. Why don't you tell this bitch to leave the child out of this shit before she decided to do an MGK move?
Right.
Why are you telling me? I never went to jail for murdering no child. I've never been to jail for anything. I ain't perfect, but I never went to jail for this.
Hey,
I didn't talk on the phone.
Can I say something, brother?
Go ahead, but I just want y'all to see this. You can't make this shit about these whores. That's why I talk about these motherfuckers. That's why I say the way I say it, because these motherfuckers will justify this up here They would justify this up here and say, fuck this right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make shit up. Go ahead, Mike. I'm the dummy.
Absolutely. Hey, man, you made awesome points in that. This is one thing that stuck out to me is, you know, a lot of times these motherfuckers in the process of deflecting and trying to bullshit and bitch babble, they will leave breadcrumbs to their true intentions. She said one thing. You gave her kids. You gave her children. Now, when you give something to somebody, you may think about a gift, something that they can keep. But I'm from the deep, deep South. I still a lot of old school people where I'm from. And you know something, first thing they'll say, the old women will say, when they find out that a young girl's pregnant, is who she having a baby for. Who she's having a baby for. These women are stealing men's children.
Mm-hmm.
There are no children without a man.
Mm-hmm.
They can sit up and try to go all the way around it all they want to. There is no children without a man. These women are stealing men's children.
Yep.
Here's the thing, brothers, we could stop this in a generation or two if we're lucky and we're disciplined.
Yep.
Stop giving these motherfuckers children.
And that right there, and that's why I say we as men have to change the laws of the man, white, black, blue, and green, because the laws, the court system, government debt is not going to change it, because as long as, like Noble said, they're the most consumers, they're the biggest spenders, they're the pillars of the black community, and they run the show, they run the system. We have to change the laws of the man and don't plant our seed in the wrong ground.
Right.
We cannot just have sex and pumping it and dumping. Even though I made the song, it was the purposes was joking. And even when we do say pump and dump, we don't mean pump and dump a load and get a pregnant and go about the business. No, right. You take the condom with you and go about your business and do what you do. It's a difference. I wanna say some, Noble. You sent me a link and I just posted up. I want you to talk about this, because when it comes to the suicide rates of the black youth, I'm not aware of. I only know about the suicide rates amongst alienated fathers and fathers on child support, which I always talk about. I don't know too much about this. I want to know the reason why you sent me this link. You know, I'm from Cottage Grove. I don't know no better. School me and everybody else on why you put this on here. What is it about?
Well, like you asked, and this is directly related to what I was saying earlier. Mm-hmm. You asked, you know, where's the family at? Why the family don't ever do anything? The chick just admitted on your Facebook post that, it's more murders because we got the children the most. Why don't you fucking give the child up? From 1991, if you scroll down, from 1991 to 2017, the suicide rate attempts for our children increased by 73%. By 73%. While so-called white children, their suicide attempts decreased. So it's like, the end all be all, the problem that is plaguing our people, you got to understand, let me be clear on who I am. I'm a Moorish American Muslim, consecrated missionary in the Moorish Science Temple of America. So we cure AIDS, leukemia, lupus. We call up the government. We the ones fighting in these courts. We're doing a lot of shit in a lot of areas, and what we're watching is things are getting worse, especially through COVID, when these parents have to be parents for the first time. And what's undermining
first time, you're right.
First time. So what's undermining everybody, regardless of what you're doing, is this ridiculous level of child abuse. And it's overwhelmingly the so-called black female. And it's not new. It's not new. That study that we're looking at says from 1991 to 2017. That's 4 years ago. It's an increase. These children want to kill themselves from being around them because it's some type of rite of passage to be able to abuse a child, and the other part is getting away with it. That's why I constantly call them females. I don't be calling them bitches, because bitches don't murder 46.5 million of their puppies in 42 years. I call them females. Females engage in guises and disguises, cover, and escapism. When you talk to black females, that's all they do. That's their modus operandi. That's how they think. That's their modality, right? Mm-hmm. A child that is a part of this number of 1991 to 2017, they can't even do what they watch their mother do. They can't do that, but they're emulating this behavior. And you have to understand what you're watching, right? I'm looking at a child that wants to kill themselves from being around the mom. We're growing up in houses like we grow up in houses, right, with these people that are sitting in front of our face, called our mothers, saying that they love us. Then we find out 21 years old, you was keeping me from my dad, right? And then we see these same people, our own people, outside in the street, and we say they don't have no home training. Well, they don't come from a home. They come from a crime scene. That's what home is for our people. And they don't have the integrity to give up custody because you're clearly not good enough. When has a black female, the one who called herself African American, ever went to Africa to ask these women how to raise African children?
Hey, check this out. Trucker DT said, my mother stabbed my dad, but was brought back to life. Who y'all think raised me? Hey, I appreciate you for saying that. Yeah, you see the emoji he got, y'all. I want y'all to look at this real clearly. He says, my mother stabbed my dad. He died, but was brought back to life. Who y'all think raised me? It's obvious who raised him. It was the baby mama Ter's mother.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. But y'all motherfuckers sit back and tell me these are the most best fit when you go in that courtroom.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You cannot make this shit up.
It's intentional, and they know it, and the government know it. It's symmetric. It's business. It's not personal. They know.
No, yeah, it's business. It's not personal to them. But that's what I'm saying. They don't give a shit. They don't.
I have a personal.
Well, let me ask y'all something right quick, right? I just want to ask y'all, all of y'all, this real quick. Do you believe? Because I didn't believe it at first when I heard it. This a lot of people used to talk about this depopulation thing, right? Like how these elitist people, certain people that have certain positions in society, they got some idea where they said that it's too many people on the planet, so they come up with all types of schemes. They try to kill people. So with the system, or I'm trying to figure it out, because if the women are killing the children, or the children don't want to be around the women, like Noble just said, some of the children want to kill themselves. Do you think it's a part of a grand scheme to depopulate not only the American population but the world? Because if, like Mr. Palmer be saying, if the government or if the court system cares about children, then why don't they just give them to the more suitable parent? But if they give them to the father, that means that they're not gonna get no money. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, because the females ain't finna pay no child support. They ain't finna do that. What we do, we ain't got no choice but to pay for us that's on it. So it kind of make me feel like they want this to happen, because you're not gonna tell me that you can't stop it. They're not gonna tell me that, Mr. Palmer. Because it's happening too much.
They want to do.
Well, you have two things.
Go ahead.
What you're talking about is Malthusian economics. So you have the old Malthusians who basically said that there was not enough food and resources on Earth to sustain the population. Now you have what you have called neo-Malthusians. They're not quite as extreme. They go through more subtle methods to depopulate. That's why you'll find the homosexuality agenda being pushed. You see what I mean? Like it's being pushed because that's not going to produce a life. So that's the way of depopulating, as well as basically these women selling the kids to the government. The government is basically putting a down payment on these children's lives, especially boys. So what they'll do is they'll move the girls. They'll, like, if you get a single mother who's in the projects going through, whatnot, and some people do use the system for what it's supposed to be used for, get up and get out. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the generational people who use this system. The boys are sacrificed to the system in one way or another.
Yes.
The girls then become breeders to continue sacrificing boys to the system. We're talking about when you talk about the American criminal justice system as a means of depopulation, this is a relatively young system. This is less than 200 years old in its current state, when most countries have 2,000 old, justice systems. This is less than 200 years old. So you have to create jobs in order to keep the apparatus growing. That's how they create jobs. They basically farm these kids through single mother homes, and they use the sons as the sacrifice, the daughters are the breeders to make different future sacrifices.
Yeah.
And that's how they roll. So if they can't depopulate us, they will use our slave labor in the form of prison.
I'll say this
Okay.
before. I'll say this
Okay.
to derail the conversation, but you have to understand what precedes depopulation is the fact that these people, like us three that's on the panel with our face shown, all three of us are tied to some crown, some royal bloodline at some point, to some degree, some way.
Right.
Non-negotiable. When you really know history and you really get into it, each and every one of these countries and governments are owned by royals. So when you hear something stupid like Jeff Bezos is the richest man on the planet, it's bullshit. It's people worth 60 and 70 figures. And you'll never know their name. Mansa Musa was worth about 60 figures. They'll say he was a billionaire, please. That precedes everything. Once you understand that game plan and you really look at it and you search history, you kill off the heirs so you can get access to the crown and the land. That's what they did to the so-called Indians, right?
Right.
That's what they did to them. That's what they did to Mali King. It's the same exact process. So that's the point of so-called depopulation, to make you uninheritable. So you at the point where you don't even look. People that call themselves Africans don't even find out what African country you come from, let alone if you connected to a bloodline.
So we're at that point now.
Right. It's very important.
But what I'm saying is that I ain't mean to cut you off, my brother. But what I'm saying is that if they know that these things are prone to happen, all these problems in America, drugs, people bugged out of their mind. There's some dude, these white boys that be walking up in these places, they get fired from their job, they finna go back up there and kill people. So if they know people are prone to kill and do all this crazy stuff, and then especially, like Mr. Palmer said, if the family knew the woman was crazy or bugged out of her mind, and they didn't do anything about it, it just seems like it just seems like they want this to happen. That's what I'm saying. In my mind, I'm like, damn. I mean, if you got all this power, you the president or whoever you are, if you see people doing all this shit, won't you put a stop to it? Won't you take the guns away? Because I mean, especially in Chicago, niggas, man, Chicago, them niggas in Chicago, bro, don't fuck around in Chicago, because you're gonna get your ass killed, like, quickly. They don't fuck around in Chicago. In St. Louis, you can't even look at somebody too long and you get your ass shot. You can't even look at a nigga too long in St. Louis. I got family that stay up there. You can't even look at a nigga too long. A nigga bust your motherfucking head in broad daylight just because somebody looking at him. What the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make no sense.
We went over it. We grew up with criminals. Black females are rampant child abusers. And to address what you're talking about, it's no different from a store that wants to, when you talk about the government, why do they let that happen? It's no different from a store that want to sell you bullshit or a comment that want to sell you bullshit. Unless you walk into that motherfucking store, unless you walk her ass out to the corner and get the dope, it ain't gonna happen. So fuck the government. Why the fuck is she, our mothers, white or black, why is she, who knows she not good enough to raise us by herself, why the fuck won't she stop? You're not good enough. Because if you were good enough, you wouldn't have no fucking father, and you'd have had the baby by yourself. So you are positioning yourself. You're positioning yourself to have to be fucking perfect just to fail them by 50%. The math is simple. You have to do everything right every day, breath in, breath out, just to fail your children by 50%.
Wow,
it's not complicated.
That's right.
Yo, that's dope. That's Them facts. Hey, man, you brought up the son husband. I wanted to bring up an aspect about the mentality of a son husband, because you're basically responsible for everything that a husband's responsible for. You're gonna take out the trash. You're gonna clean the yard. You're gonna you're gonna do everything you need to clean your room. You're gonna take care of your brothers and sisters. But here's one thing that perhaps triggers the psychosis. You get to do everything but fuck.
Yep. You do everything but fuck.
And when it comes to your motherfucking, it's another nigga that's gonna come in there and do that.
Yep.
And a lot of times in young boys, that triggers the deeper subconscious psychological connect.
Uh-oh. Damn, he froze up.
He froze,
Hey.
bro.
Hey, you froze up, bro.
Damn.
All right, there you go. You back.
You
back.
see me? I'm back.
Yeah, you back.
Oh, okay. I ain't see myself freeze up. But that triggers the Oedipus and Electra complex, which is a deeper psychological condition, a deeper subconscious condition in a boy's connection to his mother. What I'm saying is, in situations where these boys are coming out as father sons or husband sons, those dudes be fucked up psychologically, man.
Yes, man.
That's a lot of times what you're dealing with on the street.
Yes.
You see what I mean? My brother was talking about St. Louis, how you can't even look at somebody.
But that's why a lot of them are more emotional. That's what I'm saying. And they sit back and say the father's not important. This is why you got your school shooters out here, because they don't have no father. That's why I hate, because they didn't have no fathers, you know. But then they'll blame the father because he shot up the school. In actuality, he was alienated, fighting, and the judge said, hell no, nah, pay that child support. And they'll look at him as a bad guy. You can't, I'm just saying, you can't make this shit up. Shout out to Coach Greg Giles for the term son husband. That's where it came from, not me.
We got the biggest justice system in the world, bro. We got the biggest criminal justice apparatus in the world. America got more motherfuckers locked up than China right now. Mm-hmm. And so in order to keep that going, man, you have to keep a hopper full of resources in order to keep it full.
Oops. This right here is what I was talking about. When if I want to look with the go to childfarewelfare.gov with the link, and you got it's Debbie it's a lot of stuff you have to read, but it talk about mothers being the most abusive versus fathers, shit like that. Even talk about comparing the race, the age, and everything, sexual, all to the T. So that's what I'm saying, man. Motherfuckers want to sit back and talk that shit, but when you come with real detail, legit stats, they will sit back and tell you you hate black women, your mama black and everything else. That's why I let y'all know I'm a dumb nigga off cottage. I'm running for child support. I sleep on this couch. I'm a deadbeat, and I will fuck child support head. But one thing you cannot call me is a stupid motherfucker. I'll be dumb, but I would not be a stupid motherfucker.
Indeed.
It's one thing to be dumb, but being stupid.
Damn, Mr. Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ahead,
and then when you was reading those comments earlier, it said that you need to go to therapy for calling out this shit.
I need to go.
Just imagine how you know what I'm saying,
bro. And for the women up in here that understand this platform and why I do what I do, I want y'all to hear what I go through a lot when it comes. It's mostly black women. I get these out Karens too, the feminists talking that shit, but the majority of them, these are black women. And I told you, these motherfuckers told me I need to get therapy because I'm calling out the fuckery of what this woman did to that 12-year-old, her son, her blood, that they said she truly loved. But I need therapy. Fuck what happened over here. I need therapy. You know what I mean? I thought you'd tell me I need a job, but no, I need therapy. You can't make this shit up.
So we need therapy.
I need therapy.
So we crazy.
I'm all this shit. But that's what I say. Motherfucker, I told you. And I gotta let y'all men and a lot of you women know. Y'all sit back and say, oh, you don't want to be fathers and y'all just mad because you're on child support, shit like that. But one thing you won't be able to go against is the stats, the videos, these interviews, and these topics that I present you. See, I'm gonna go depths of hell to show you this what's gonna happen to you if you get involved with a baby mama terrorist. This is what happens when you have to deal with child support. It's not about the most best fit. It's not about the most qualified. It's not even about the most mental stat that he or she has. It's all about who's gonna be the most benefit to government daddy. And that's usually the mother. That's why 85% of them, if not more, get custody of our boys and girls. But at the same time, it's why our boys and girls are so fucked up in our communities. You cannot make this shit up. You cannot. And again, just like my man said for paternity court, like I said before,
Truth is what it is.
So you get mad at me all you want and get your feelings and shit. Again, I would say that bitch don't she ain't mental ill as far as I'm concerned. I understand what my man's talking about because he likes, and even he said that that second round, that was personal. That's why they said premeditated. Yeah. See? But they'll still say who hurt you. They'll ask him, well, you got your license. Well, who hurt you as a boy? That you just can't make this shit. That's why I laugh at these baby mama terrorists, supremacists. That's what they are. Josh from Facebook says, felony probation for back child support from a time when I was an addict, not working. 5 years clean, never missed a payment, still have tens of thousands left to pay, and a felon for life. Now, yeah, they don't give a fuck about your you being better. Matter of fact, they prefer you to be an addict. They prefer you to be an addict because they can really set you up for failure, put you in jail, make you a slave. So yeah, actually, they mad at you caught up.
Everybody started out like that though, because that's how they get you in child support. It's like the woman can go in there and put any one of us on child support, right? So what they're gonna do is they're gonna wait a while before they even tell you about it. So the money is already building up. So anybody that gets on child support, you're gonna already be on about 10 to 12 grand anyway. So that's they already got you.
You know what? Let me put a lot of y'all men on game that's married and y'all don't have no problems, or your child's mother, y'all get along real good. My advice to you: always have an exit plan. And what I mean by that, any woman can put you on child support when the fuck they feel like it. If you're not married, y'all can live in the same household. She can put you on child support. Not because you did something wrong. She could just say, man, fuck this shit. I don't want to be with you, child support. And it can go just like that. Well, my advice to you, men, and for you women who got sons and grandsons, nephews, you let them know. If you give a fuck, you let them know. Stack some money up to the side, because the baby mama Ted's gonna try to prove that you ain't took care of your kids for a year, or when y'all left, when you broke up. Make sure you have your money put up to the side, because in my situation, they was like, he ain't paid nothing since I left. I was paying child care. I thank God I ain't paid for nothing else, because the judge said, you pay your child support? I said I was paying child care. He said, did it say child support? Meaning, did the check or the money order or the cashier check, did it say child support? No, sir. I paid the state. They was going to daycare. He said, then you didn't pay child support. And because of that, they went back a year. And then they went back to 9 months we was in court. So it came out to $39.50. So every judge is not going to honor your receipt saying, well, I paid the mortgage even though I left, sir. They're not going to honor that. Well, I was paying for this. Here's cash. No, you make sure that you got money stacked up just in case that motherfucker say, yeah, you did all that, but it didn't say child support. So we're going to go back 2 years, whatever. Have some money stacked up. So instead of you having a $39.50 thing, you just pay that motherfucker off. Because they're going to take extra interest, more than interest, into your back child support. See, people actually believe that if you have back child support, they believe that is because you a deadbeat. No, you get on back child support while you in court. While you in court, and when he X out, you got rearage. So people think because you got rearage, oh, it's because you didn't want to pay child support. That's a motherfucking lie. Because she could say you ain't doing nothing for 5 years, and the judge gonna say, what proof you have? Well, I was buying this, I was buying that. What receipts you have? I got the receipts right here. Does it say child support? No, sir. I just bought it. You fucked up, son. You gotta pay child support because you did not provide for child support. That's just an excuse to put rearage on you. So make sure you have some money stacked up just in case they want to get you for rearage.
Yep.
So if you say, oh, I owe 2,000 rearage, pay that motherfucker off.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Palmer, question for you. What do you think about people that put themselves on child support in order to get the better deal on the front end?
I think, to me, that's the most stupidest thing ever. And, but I will say, some did it because that was the only way they was gonna get their rights, because the bitch was trying to rush and go out of state. So the only thing he could do is put us on child, but that shut it down. It shut down.
I know a lot of brothers, man, that have done that over the years for different tactical reasons.
Right.
That's why I was asking.
I wouldn't recommend it, but I do understand if you saying the bitch finna up and leave, so you heard her put yourself on child, that shut it down. Well, she can't leave the state, because by law you're not supposed to, but they do what they want to do. You're not supposed to leave the state. You go 20 miles. Well, here's 20 miles. Texas is 100 miles, and most states is like 20 miles, 25 miles. So I understand why you did it if that's the reason, but I'm not putting yourself on child support for what?
I was just asking because I've heard of brothers that did this for this reason. Is because it's not easy for her. She actually has to come off real money to go back through the system to get it amended. So if you initiate the process. If you know it's not going to work out, you initiate the process and you get it on your terms. She can't just go back through DHR for the freezy like they do a lot of times when
Well,
they're not paying.
I don't know. In my opinion, instead of putting yourself on child support, why don't you run and fight for custody?
That's a great idea.
See, that's what I did. Get this whole ass webcam motherfucker off my shit, please. I fought for equal parenting time. I didn't put myself on child support because and at the time I didn't know them, but I thought it was about what's right. The kids was playing. I ain't got no record. Been working at my job for 15 years, and you know, my mama black. So I thought when I went up in there, I thought that you know, I'll get equal parenting time, and I'm only 20 minutes away. Right. But the judge came out and said, I don't believe in equal parenting time. What equal parenting time? You know I don't believe. Told the lawyer, you know I don't believe in equal parenting time. What the fuck?
Are you serious? Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Man, I wouldn't lie about that. I ain't say you say me a lie. I'm just saying I wouldn't lie about that. I served her papers. See, motherfuckers say you should have fought then. All you had to do was say you want equal parenting time. You know these mammy motherfuckers. They'll say all you had to do was just say you want equal parenting and pop go to Weezer. You get it. That ain't how it works, son. Right. That ain't how it works, son. This motherfucker said he did not believe in equal parenting time, and he said you got to convince me. I showed receipts to the LNA, show receipts that I'm down the street. This motherfucker turned around and said, well, I understand you've been in your kid's life in the beginning. I understand it was planned. I understand that you this and you that. His argument was you 20 minutes away. In Illinois, you got to be 5 minutes away and you got to be in the same school district. Now, I know people in other states where they distance away and they get a week every other week, equal parenting. But he said, and then he also said you in two different cities. I said, but I'm only 20 minutes, sir. I said they can go to the same school. I'll drop them off. No, he said when it's all said and done, she been having more time with him overnights in 6 months, and they used to her, and it'll affect their school, which they've been on honor roll from they started going to school to now. So they ain't had nothing to do with it. And then at the end of the day, I told you when it came to the child support, he didn't make me pay a lot of child support. That part he didn't. I can't say he was all the way bullshitter. It just when it came to equal parenting. But at the end of the day, when I talked to him at the end when everybody was gone, he said that his job is to make the system money. And that's one of the reasons why I went all in to what I do now. Because again, I thought this system was fair, what is about right, but Denzel spoke for Malcolm X. Yeah. So that's when I started really doing my due diligence, learn about child support, the stats, the laws, talk to white men, black men, and so on, because it's not just a black thing. That's why I say we as men of all colors need to call this shit out. We need to tell our story, and we need to teach our young not to get ourselves in this type of situation. And again, I tell y'all, child support is never going to lower their standards to change and lower their income to make y'all look good and feel good and do things for the right way. What they're going to do is keep it the way it is. So that's why we have to not have sex and have kids with these motherfuckers. We have to go, if you got to go overseas, get a passport, go overseas. If you got to go ahead and be a MGTOW, go be a MGTOW. You got to live a free lifestyle, live a free lifestyle. If you want to get a surrogate, get a surrogate. If you want to go marry some overseas, they don't have them type of issues over there, then go do that. If you say, well, I'm not going to even have sex with a woman because I feel that they are beneath me, fine. If that makes you better as a man to don't be self-afraid like this, change the laws of your mind. You cannot make this shit up. And shout out to the young men who starting to understand what we talk about, because these baby boomers are one of the reasons why we in this predicament in the first place.
Sexual revolution.
And y'all see what they doing to us, man. Do y'all see what they doing to us, man? Because the brother Noble, because I know about the Moors, you know, a lot of times I like how they do, you know, to put the law in check sometimes. You see what I'm saying? I like that shit. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you need to do that. Because some of these, you know, these people that work in the system don't even know anything about the system.
Hell,
some of these Moors be breaking their ass down.
A lot of these lawyers.
I like that shit, bro.
But the lead attorney just said the same thing Moore's been telling people for 2-3 decades. Lawyers do not study law; they study procedure. He said
they get their degrees, they get their plaques, and say, "I got it." That's it. You still get paid whether win or lose. They don't give a fuck. And that's what I say, man. A lot of men are going to court pro se who actually learning the law, face facts. You one of them, and quite other people. That's what I'm saying. Now, if you don't know, I understand. You find somebody. I got a lawyer right now who doing his due diligence. He ain't taxing, and it's good for my purposes because I ain't trying to fight for no more custody, man. I'm good. I just pay my child support, sit on the couch every day. That's all, and spread the truth. You know, that's all I do.
You can't handle the truth.
You know, and I want to give a shout out to Supreme 10 for the $20 donation. He said, when it comes to child support, you either going to get credit or have a debt. And why chance it? And the reason why I want to give a shout out to Supreme 10, not because of the $20, that's one of the reasons, but also this brother do not have no kids. This brother is not dealing with child support, but at the same time, he's aware. He knows. He's been around people who went through it. I don't know if his father went through it, but he knows. And he still supports this platform because this shit is real. But you got these sympathy forces who will sit back and say, that's not true. That's on you and my mama black. So yeah, shout out to Supreme. I appreciate you, brother.
I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. When I got my baby mom's pregnant, bro, I knew that I fucked up. I knew. I'm telling y'all, man. I had already knew. I knew I fucked up, Mr. Palmer. I'm talking to all of y'all. I knew I fucked up, man, because I was, man. When I got her pregnant, I tried to calm her down. I tried to do everything. She tried to have an abortion. I was like, look here. Now you ain't doing that. Now I'm not gonna let you kill my kid. You can take that bullshit out of your head. But I knew. I saw the future, bro.
Yeah.
I saw it. I knew I was fucked up because in my mid-20s and late 20s, bro. After you know after my daughter had came and everything, I was fucked up, bro. I was fucked up for like 2 years. I was bugged out of my mind because of this bitch. And then I had to wake up out of that coma and get back, you know what I'm saying, get back on my grind and shit. But for like I was fucked up, bro. My mind was gone because I knew I made a big mistake, bro. I wish I was like y'all, some of y'all guys that don't have kids, bro. Because y'all just don't understand what we got to go through with these bitches, man. I mean, everything is cool now in my situation, but everybody's situation ain't cool like that, man. It's just really messed up, bro. And if we didn't have guys like Mr. Palmer and anybody else that speak up about this, bro, we'd be going fucking insane, bro. I'm telling you, niggas be walking around this bitch like zombies and shit, bro. Like, I'm serious, man. You got to be able to talk to other people that's going through what you're going through because that's a form of therapy. Because you can't get everything done by yourself. You have to have some assistance.
Right.
And I like it. Especially, you know, coming from other black men. I mean, even if it's, you know, even if you white or whatever, it really don't. I'm not no racist, but I could just feel it deeper coming from my brother because, you know, we all, you know, can feel that shit. It's like, damn, you know, we did everything we needed to do, and our own women just dropped us like a bad habit.
That's why it's
fuck
really
y'all bitches.
That's
why
it's important that God, I go to the whole shit.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Arsenal God. He wanted to chime in right quick. What's good, bro? Arsenal, what's good?
yeah, I'm good, bro. What I don't understand is why the father is saying that she's a loving mother. How could she be a loving mother if she killed her son?
That's bogus.
That's a load of nonsense. He should be saying that she's a murderer or should be trying to kill her because that's what I would do. She killed my son.
Hey, bro, you from UK, right?
Yeah,
I remember you. What's going on, bro?
Yeah,
my man from UK. Shout out to Arsenal.
Like you guys know, we got the same thing in the UK. We got that.
Oh yeah, girl. yes, y'all do.
We got that girl that killed her.
3-year-old or 2-year-old to go to a party, live her best life at age 21 or 18.
The baby, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, she went out partying in London for 6 days, and came back to her 2-year-old. So her 2-year-old was dead. And acted like nothing went on and cleaned up the place.
Yep, it happened last year.
This was normal. Yeah, and the sad thing is that in the UK they don't have strong. You don't get locked up for a long time. She got given 9 years.
She gave 9 fucking years,
and she'll be out in 4.5 years for good behavior.
Yeah. Yes, this happened in the UK. It was a black woman. She was 18, just made 18 or just made 21, and she wanted to live her best life for 6 days. Left the 2-year-old in the house to fend for themselves, a daughter, I believe. And when she came back, the baby was dead, and she had like ain't shit happened.
Yeah, exactly like that. Cold. Yeah.
I swear. Go look it up. I posted on Instagram. I shit you not. These baby mama tears is a worldwide pandemic. And to let y'all know again, in America, it's $51 billion in family court child support. In the UK, it's $48 billion. It's a worldwide pandemic. It's not just here, y'all. Just let you know.
Yeah, that's spread. Yeah, spread over here. Yeah.
They number two.
This is the thing about it. The worst thing about that case in the UK is she had family that would look after the baby, but she lied to the family and said that her friends were looking after it. She lied to her friends and said that her parents were looking after it.
Yep.
That is wickedness. That's not sickness.
I guess she got mental illness too.
Oh, yes.
Everybody.
Some people there are people on here claiming that Ebony Star Network claimed that she might have some kind of mental health illness.
Whatever, nigga. Whatever.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Whatever.
We've got the simping forces.
Yeah, exactly, my brother. You know what it is.
Yeah, we've got the simping forces that make excuses for them, and this is the issue why they can't change, because they've got too many simps. If they haven't got a father in their life, somehow if they do something at the age of 18 or over, it's somehow that comes back. I want
y'all to see. I mean, a lot of y'all don't know. I want y'all to see this because this the best mother fit right here. See, this the UK baby mama Ted. I call them the global baby mama Ted because they out of the country. This motherfucker right here, and of course they got the same, hair crown, but it's not a crown, but it's Mr. Ed tail. But this the daughter, and she 19 now. She burst into tears. How do you burst? Let me ask y'all a question because I'm dumb. Cottage Grove. How do you burst into tears because you sentenced to 9 years, which that ain't shit for murder, leaving a baby there to starve? How do you shed tears that you got to serve 9 years, you be out at 4 because you left your daughter at home 6 days to party? Let me go back to it. To party for her 18th birthday. Why are you crying?
And this is the thing about it. It's not the first time she's done this. She's done this before. She's gone and left them for a couple of days.
Right. She did this often. She didn't do this just one time, which she shouldn't do it no time. But she didn't. This ain't just in America, y'all. I just want y'all to know that this is not just in America when it comes to these baby mama terrorists. No. All European countries fucked up.
This is why I say SYSBM.
Yeah.
Because it's clear that you have to leave black women, because at the end of the day, there is no correcting black women, because you've got Max at Ebony Star Network who is setting up something to get to fight the corners of these women, no matter what they do.
Hey, look at this. Look at this right here. She going out the door. She's coming back in the door. She was gone. Let me start it over. This is her going out Thursday, and she come back Wednesday. Y'all see this? 2019. Look at this.
No care in the world. No care in the world.
Look at this. She left out.
She behaving like
she come back Wednesday, y'all. I want y'all to see this. She proud, man. Look at that.
Came back in the same
no care in the world.
Same clothes, right? She didn't wash her ass. She didn't even wash her ass. She didn't wash her ass.
They're two different outfits. She got two different pants on. The jacket.
She still stank. She still stank.
She's a dirty bitch.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. She look. Hey, I'm going to party. I ain't leaving with my aunties, even though they would have washed her. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah.
Hey, but you know what's even more fucked up? Is it was some unsuspecting simp that stuck his dick in that black hole of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, let me tell you,
during that excursion, somebody laid down and exchanged spirits with that motherfucker.
And he was proud.
This is the problem with our brothers, because at the age of 14, she was going around telling people that she was 16.
Yeah,
and her sister beat her up for it.
This is horrible.
This is why I say we have to, as men, we have to do our due diligence to protect our seed, because you don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know. You have to do your due diligence to find out who you're dealing with. Find out who You know, what's her background? Do she like to go out and party and shit like that? Because that party she might don't give a fuck who she leave there to hang. That's what I'm saying. You have to really investigate who you're dealing with.
No, it's very true. Very true, Mr. Palmer. Guys have to really check out women properly. You have to do it like if you were going to employ a teacher to, I don't know, look after your baby, sit for you. You would do a full check. You have to do that on women. This is the world that you live in now. You have to check her around. You better talk to her exes. You better talk to her exes. You better do I don't know. You better do a full police check on her. You better do literally.
Nigga, if she a white or black female in the United States or from the UK, leave that shit the fuck alone.
That's the best thing I say. Yeah, they outside your race.
They are fucking ridiculous.
They outside your race. That's the best thing you could do. Is they outside your race.
Them chicks is like black females, and them UK chicks is like black females. Part 2. They following behind them with that stupid ass whatever the shit is on TV. I
worry about my American brothers because this is the thing about it. You've got states that are legalizing guns, and these females are picking up guns. You know what's going to happen? These crazy ones are going to stop black men from leaving them, yeah? Because no other race of men really want them. Yeah. And this is what's going to happen when they when they allow females to have guns. Yeah.
That's what happened to this little boy. That's what happened to that little boy. He probably wanted the game more than he wanted his mother. That's what happened to that little boy.
Check out the video I did about the female in Mobile that was dumping in the middle of the parking lot in broad open daylight with the police there. When you talk about women getting guns and having these emotional outbursts. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's definitely getting a little more dangerous. The heat is on when it comes to that.
Dudes is leaving them alone, bro. Dudes are leaving them alone.
Guys, the problem is you need black moms to be women are supposed to be nurturing and caring, yeah? You need black women. Black women are not nurturing and caring, so why have them? They're not gonna show that love.
I'll say no woman under feminism is nurturing and caring because nurture and care is weak.
100%. I talk about all.
So don't have a child with a woman that can't be feminine. If a woman cannot be feminine to you, she's not going to be a mother. You need a feminine woman to be a mother.
That's why I say you got to ask them. Do you believe in the feminist ideology? Do you believe in being submissive? Do you believe in child support? Do you believe in alienation? Ask these dumbass questions. Believe because they're gonna say it's dumb, but ask them these serious questions because they even if they don't answer, they try to say, "Oh, no, I don't believe in that." Believe me, my dad told me, "Eyes tell it all." Eyes tell it all. They tell it all.
Coach Greg Adams said something real dope the other day, man. Listen to the question she asked you, because if she asked you how you feel about gay rights, you need to leave that motherfucker.
Leave that motherfucker.
Leave that motherfucker immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah, don't even question. Just go out the door. Don't even
go. After that, go.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna let the Red Pill Awareness chime in. It's my brother from the East Coast.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
What's good? What's good, bro? How you feel?
What's up, man? Hey, man, I'm loving the show. You know, I support everything y'all all do. Y'all all having a great discussion. I like to always support brothers who having these topics because we need to, let men of like all walks of life, but especially our brothers, to know what's going on because I see a lot of brothers hurting, man. And when I be on my Instagram page, I get at least 10 inboxes a day. I feel like I'm a doctor therapist, and guys telling me that they put them on child support. They didn't know they was going to divorce them on the low. They messing around on them, just all types of mental illness. A lot of these sisters, man, suffer with a lot of problems, man. I hate to say, like, yo, get a passport and leave the country, but we really got a lot of nonsense that we dealing with in our community that ain't being addressed because women won't take a responsibility or accountability. And I really think a lot of, like, talking to Red Supreme the other night when he hit me up last night, that a lot of our sisters are gone, bro. This is real talk.
Absolutely. Hey, man, there's still a lot of country girls out here that need love too now, man.
Yeah.
I think brothers be overlooking them girls in the rural areas too.
Yeah, I know. But look, you got Miami and Florida country girls, but they scamming. So like you got sisters in Atlanta who got 2 or 3 husbands, and on the low, they doing some other stuff. So like you really ain't safe. You really have to. The slim pickings is slim,
brother. I'm talking about Chitlin Switch Branch, Alabama, my brother. I ain't talking about Miami. Okay. I ain't talking about Atlanta. I ain't talking about just South. I'm talking about rural area. That's where
all right, I get that, but when you got mental illness and narcissism in our community with with the sisters, that's a problem, bro. Some of them need therapy before they can figure out they have a baby, a boyfriend, or a husband. Like a lot of them, and it always get blamed on black men for every issue. I was just looking at the Death Squad page the other day. They put a black man being hung, making fun of guys going in about child support, and then they had a black one on the swing laughing. So this is the stuff that we're dealing with,
right?
That people don't, what I'm saying? That type of nonsense.
Your phone going in and out, bro.
It's like simply pushing that sickness.
Yo, bro, your phone going in and out, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, I'm the NSA builder. I'm on the road, but I don't want to take too much of y'all time. But I love what y'all doing. I support you, baby mama terrorists. Please get that album out. I have a lot of people keep asking me about, is your album coming out? About that, because it's a motivating song going to work every day.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm doing that baby mama terrorist video. Don't even worry about it. I'm working on it as we speak.
Yeah, and I look, all y'all brothers with y'all platforms, I'm Red Pill Awareness. Support me. I support y'all. Let's keep pushing this movement and support each other and put each other on, because we need to have these talks to heal other brothers. Because I get 10 brothers a day in my inbox about child support stuff, and I always send them to baby mama terrorists, and they always tell me, gosh, he made me feel good. He made me feel better. I feel suicidal because I didn't know what to do. And that's kind of sad when you got 30, 40-year-old men don't know who to talk to, because they have nobody to vent to, or nobody to have understanding what they're going through. But peace and love to all of y'all, man. I don't want to disrupt the service, because I know I'm out here on the road.
Hey, I appreciate you. Be safe out there. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, Barbie girl Tina says, stop tearing that all black women.
Why? Yeah, well, she need to address her sisters then. She need to address her sisters then with the abuse they do. Go on to human resources and not letting brothers have a voice. The problem is brothers don't have a voice.
Is that even a black woman, though? Is that a black woman? Because it looked like a white girl to me.
I don't know. I ain't entertained that. But it got a white picture.
They always do that, baby mama terrorists. You gotta laugh at it. They only promoting you more. That's all.
That's why
I keep telling you that.
That's what I'm saying, man. You can't make this shit up.
Hey, once this COVID stuff slow down, we're gonna take this stuff to legislation in my city, and we're gonna get some laws changed. That's all. You know.
Keep me posted on that. I'll come out there.
They think it's funny.
Keep me posted. I appreciate you with that. But
all right, peace and love, y'all.
Peace, bro. Barbie girl Tina with a white Barbie girl, white whatever the fuck say. Stop tearing down black women. You can't make this shit up. Yeah, what's up, bro?
That's a white girl, man. That's a white girl.
It don't make a difference. You got the white knights. You got the female white knight. They all baby mama. Yo. Go ahead, Israel. What's up, bro?
Barbie girl, you've been tearing down.
Man, hey, you talk about doing. I got 906.
She biracial. She biracial. It don't make a difference. It don't make a difference. It don't make a difference. This ain't about all black women, though. Just letting you know. But go ahead, Israel.
Man, I got 900 signatures, and they.
Go ahead, Master. Go ahead. Okay, bro.
So I got 900 signatures, and the city council, the board of elections, shut me down on some corrupt shit. They didn't even go over one page of my signatures. They lied about a bunch of them just to keep me so I couldn't get on the ballot for city council, man. I got the evidence and everything. Basically, if you a politician, if you trying to be a politician, you say something about trying to help fathers be with their children's life and trying to help mothers deal with children's services with them low life social workers trying to steal their children too. If you talk about them type of issues, they will shut you down from the jump street. And they shut me down, family. They blatantly, when it said it was the wrong address, it was the right address. I looked it up and showed them, like, why is all these things saying wrong address? And I'm printing them out from the Secretary of State website showing it's the right address. Why is all these things saying this? I'm talking about, I done found over 50 so-called mistakes they did on my ballot by myself. And they still shut my shit down. They didn't even want to hear me. And I'm like, I had my father's rights shirt on and everything. I'm over at the front of the board of elections. And they said, nigga, they didn't even, and then they told me to come back on Thursday. Then I came back on Thursday. They didn't want to hear me at all. You know what I'm saying? So really, y'all talk about this. They will shut you down if you talking about father's rights and trying to get in. Like I said, my petition with 901 signatures, they said 500 of them, we said 380 of them had the wrong address. So 380 of them. Then I'm looking them up, and all these motherfuckers is the right address. I'm like, what the fuck? And then one whole page they didn't even look at. They didn't even look at one whole page. I'm like, y'all didn't even do this. How the fuck is y'all telling me I can't be on the ballot for city council? They are some dirty motherfuckers over here in the board of elections over here in Hamilton County over here in Cincinnati, man. Just want to throw that out there, man. It's gonna be they're gonna throw obstacles in our way, bro.
I told you, hey, this brother been running for councilman in Ohio since the beginning of the year or last year, and he's definitely a father's rights activist out there. And you heard what he said when all he was trying to get signatures. They don't want him on the ballot because they know who he is. The whole city of Cincinnati know who he is. He's a one-man army out here doing the Lord's work. And this is what I'm telling you how gender biased this system is. Can he get on the ballot? They know he got a chance to win.
The system is dependent on it, bro. When I be
telling y'all, it was you gotta tell them. You gotta tell the women that I'm gonna keep 1,000. Some baby mama terrorists probably sign my shit too. But look, you tell the women if children's services come, I'm gonna help you. Them bitches ain't gonna be able to steal your child. Because that's what they want. They looking for baby mama to ignorant ass baby mama terrorists so they can go in their house and say, you ain't supposed to let the woman in your house without a search warrant. But they don't know that. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? They ignorant. So they looking for baby mama terrorists to stake their children and put them in the system. So all types of shit can happen to them. So I'm helping everybody. Like, look, I help you out and the fathers dealing with my situation. Help me. I'm talking about alienation for pay. They steal children from women and they take children from men. Alienation for pay is what I was against. That was my whole platform. I'm against parental alienation on the woman and the man side. That's all I was talking about. And they shut that shit down. They said, oh, this one wrong, this one wrong. This one ain't even registered. I said, it is registered. His name right here is registered. They were just looking at me stupid and they just said, oh, you don't have enough. And then like, okay, I had to find like 100 of them. So I found like 70 of them. And they was like, did you find the whole 100 and something? I said, why do I have to find all 100 of them? And I done already found 70 of them. That's wrong. Obviously, y'all doing some corrupt shit. Why the fuck I gotta find all the rest of them? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they on some bullshit. My bad. I ain't mean to.
No, I want you to tell you. No, hell no. But that just show how real this shit is. You know,
you guys, Tonya TK, I was saying that basically boys should have vasectomy. So they're telling Tonya TK was telling women to make their boy children have vasectomy. Yep. There's another reason to not consider black women.
Yep. Hey man, look, your rights as a father start in your sack, brother.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So they're talking about taking
the very first right you have is
to have children when you grow older.
And your sperm gets most of its material from your brain fluid.
Right.
So it starts in your thinking.
Right. Absolutely.
Right.
Put it on the eyelash and keep it moving.
Right. I want to let Skull go ahead and speak his piece. I'm finna get ready to get off the couch, get on the couch and shit. You know what I do for a living. Skull, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Palmer? What's the deal?
Hey man, just trying to spread awareness. How you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I got a little delay in the program, but I'm still say what I gotta say. I was responding to the brother that was saying, back when I was in the game, I used to tell brothers that they should go when they're looking for a broad to really get with, to really jack them. They should go for them suburban areas, them far out rural areas. But times have changed a little bit. And I mean that by a lot of these girls are on the internet and they may not be like these girls, but they worship them in a way. They look up to these girls with a whole bunch of followers that have these scandalous ways, that have these super feminazi ways. They still look up to them. Regardless if they're still pure, they still have that idolatry of these girls in their head. They think these girls are better than them. These girls, a lot of them know these girls are not smarter than them, but they still value the attention that these girls garner. So when a lot of these girls, when they have the chance to morph or have the experiences that these girls they see online or experiencing, they go for it.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
That's what I just wanted to say when you're talking to the brother. I don't know the brother name. I can't see his name. Yeah.
It's me. Big mic drop, man. That's me. That was me that said it.
Yeah, so you might as well just keep it player. Keep it play out here. Protect yourself, strap up, be heavy on the condoms. Ain't no reckless sex going on. You're gonna get handled, man. That pleasure turning to pain. And I'm just like you, brothers, going through the same situation. I see my baby boy in a year. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Hey,
I don't want to get my whole story. We do that another time.
Respect.
I know Palmer trying to wrap it up. A good kicking with you fellas. I support the whole movement.
Appreciate you, bro, man. Prayers to you, man.
Peace, y'all.
Peace out, bro. Game of Lives Matter. You've been on for a while, but I know why. So go ahead. What's good, brother? Speak your piece. This the Bailiff, y'all.
Bailiff. Man, I've been sitting here listening to all you guys' story. I don't even know what more to say. Y'all said it all, bro. Y'all have said it all. I just been listening, and I had a lot of stuff to do today. I had to move. I've been working for 13 hours. I work, I'll be working at night. I'll be up all night. But when this came across my YouTube feed, I had to jump on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For the young gamer, you know what I'm saying? And it's just ridiculous that the world has came to this. And y'all have said it all. I echo everything y'all say, man. Everything y'all have said today, I echo. And normally I come on here, I'll be like funny, throwing jokes here and there. But there's no jokes to throw.
It's not.
There's none. There's none. This is sad and very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. And I shout out to you, Big Mike. Shout out to you, Noble, Red Pill Awareness, Space Kitchen Podcast, and the guy from the UK, Lou Business. You done came on here, told a couple funny stories. Shout out to you. You really set it off today, bro. Shout out to you, Do Business. Shout out to everybody that jump up here. I don't want to miss nobody that did jump up here. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody, man. And get the likes up, hit the like button on this, share this video, man. Like, the whole world needs to see this. The whole world needs to see this.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't even sound your normal self too, bro.
Yeah, I know, man, because all I can tell, all I can see is me being a young gamer, and then just imagining that my mom would take something from me or ask for something of me about a video game, and I can't, give that to her, and then she'd go take a gun and shoot me in the head. I don't know what to say about that, man, because I've used gaming to like get away from like problems like baby mama terrorists and shit like that. Gaming has been a coping skill for me to stay out of trouble. Omega Dreads gaming channel, you know what I'm talking about. We use gaming to be an outlet to stay away from fuck shit and stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? And get back to regular work. It's like Omega Dreads gaming just said. Gaming saved his life. It saved my life too. That's the reason why my name is on there like that. And I just can't. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I mean, it just.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Infinite Voice. Said, just be responsible. Problem solved. You can't be reckless and cry later. Is that what you telling the 12-year-old that got killed by the baby mama Terry's mother? Because I know you ain't talking one of us. I'm just want to know what you're talking about, because that's what the story was about. So I mean,
no, he talking about like if you have sex with no protection. That's what it looked like.
Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, now don't be. You can't, man. This day and age, if you still doing that dumb shit, don't come on here talking about something. Man, I got a problem. Yeah. You didn't know no better. Ain't nobody teach you nothing and tell you nothing. It's all over now. We speaking up now. So yeah, I agree with you.
Normally I'd be in my joking self, and I would have got on Big Mike and his White Sox hat and them beating my motherfucking team and making money. But I just ain't even in the mood today. You know what I'm saying?
It matched the shirt, brother. I'm a Braves fan. But I'm still a brother, man. It matched the shirt. I'm like, man, I can't do the blue with the black.
Color coordinator. Yeah, I feel you.
Got to coordinate.
Yeah. I really can't.
Hey, that's why I tell y'all, men, keep y'all veins cold, because a lot of shit that's gonna go on that's hurtful. And like I said before, if you fought for your kids and your kids manipulated and the system allowed them to be with the baby mama terrorists and anything happen, that's on her, and that's on the system. That ain't on you. Don't put that shit on you. You fought. You tried. That's why I don't get why the father didn't try to take his son away, or even attempt to take the son away when y'all knew. You say she got these mental issues. So what the fuck was you doing? I can't take up for him on that aspect and say, man, I understood. He didn't fight. He didn't do shit. He just told you need to get help. Yeah. What the fuck? And I do believe they made him a son husband, and he was the one to take care of funky ass.
Exactly.
I believe that. I believe you said that, Mike, and I believe that.
Yeah.
He was a son husband, man. You cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up, man.
Hey, hey, Barbie girl trying to call in. You want to send her the link?
I put the link in there. I tagged in there.
Hey, Gail, district attorney, put the link back in there for her. So
I'm gonna let her. I ain't think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna let her come on and hear what she got to say and why she say what she say. I know she knew and she assuming. That's why I just want to, holler. But while she doing that, let me give a shout out to the Cash App. I want to give a shout out to E Senior for the $5 Cash App. This is from yesterday because I missed a couple from yesterday. Yesterday, E Senior sent it to me. Shout out to you, brother. I also want to give a shout out to this is Derek's dad. This was yesterday. He sent the $10 donation. He said, on my second job, but we'll check it out on the way. Appreciate you, my brother. Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, you definitely got to check this one out, bro. Watch the restream on it.
Yeah, I also want to give a shout out to Sir Tice, man. He sent this yesterday. $5 cat super chat, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Y'all definitely need to subscribe to Sir Tyson, man, on Little Big Nate Show, man. They out there doing the Lord's work, man. They definitely talking about the family structure and foundation. And Little Big Nate actually won custody of his situation because they was gonna put him on child support when he was going through a divorce. He's won the million though. Shout out to E Senior for today with the Cash App, $5 Cash App. Appreciate you, my brother. This is for today now. I want to give a shout out to MGTOW Flights, man, for the $5 Cash App. Appreciate you, my brother, to the fullest. Also want to give a shout out to Flight 128 because I've been saying Ghetto Corey, but it's actually Flight 128 who's in the chat. $4 donation. He said child support is about complete control, not dad. 100%, my brother. Shit, you may want to donate it back to you. That's exactly what it is. Want to give a shout out to Chad Moore, Zoomer Generation, for the $7 Cash App today and he says for progression. Appreciate you to the fullest, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Let me check the other one right quick. Make sure so I don't forget. Sometimes I be into this shit, man. I don't be thinking about the Cash App, and some of y'all don't go in there and tell me like, hey, I see the Cash App. I guess there ain't no issue. Appreciate that. Let me make sure. Bullshit out here, man. Want to give a shout out to XL Pro, and he sent this Saturday. That's what I'm saying. For telling the truth. Shout out to XL Pro, and I caught his other ones. He always donate. He's from Instagram, and he come on here and support the cause. Appreciate you, brother. Now, CJ Space Kitchen Podcast came in and just went back out. Come on back in, bro, because I definitely want to holler at you. Gail Lockett, this is she posting a Little Big Nate Show. Subscribe to him. Barbie must have changed her mind, and that's fine. Hey man, CJ Space Kitchen Podcast, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's going on with everybody? What's going on to the chat? I appreciate you, Mr. Palmer, for having me on. First time on here.
Peace.
This situation is disturbing, to say the least.
Yes.
I can sympathize with this situation. I had my child's mother who, would play them BMT games and allow, the boyfriends that she would have, to chastise my children, behind my back, that type of thing, whatever. And it wound up, becoming a serious thing. I was able to thwart that, and that's what's up. But, we have to start holding these women accountable, man. Like, 100%. Like this, a lot of this has gone too far. Women don't want to be held accountable at all. They act like children. This has to stop. That's pretty much where I'm at, man. I'm all over the place a little bit right now because it's disturbing.
Right.
It's disturbing, man. I had my own child, hurt. And it's because of they mother and her irresponsible decisions. Most of the time being made simply because I wasn't in the situation and I left. So just out of, I don't know, man, I'm over it. I'm done. but this is a hard situation with the young man. You know, prayers to him. You know, this is real sad. That's all I gotta say, man. I appreciate y'all having me. Thanks.
Man, I appreciate you. Yeah, you can't make this shit up, man. One day, this the brother I told you that got the hey, come back and tell him what you got going on, what you do, bro. Why you here, man? Shit, let's try to have a little smile before I get off this motherfucker. I know this shit ain't easy, man. This give you flashbacks, and it could have been your baby mama Terry, your own mother. It could have been your son or whoever. This shit is real, but they don't want to talk about this. That's why I say my shit is different from a lot of others, because they can't go into the depths of what could happen or what has happened, because this shit is real, and people don't want to talk about that. They want to just tell you pay that child support and shut your mouth. Go ahead, brother. Tell him about your business, man. And this is his YouTube channel, but subscribe to his Instagram. That's the way he popping. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, I appreciate it, man. And yeah, to lighten the subject, you know what I'm saying, on a higher note, no pun intended, I do have a podcast coming called The Space Kitchen Podcast. You can check me out on YouTube, Space Kitchen Podcast. However, as Mr. Palmer said, my Instagram is live and in effect right now. You can follow me on Instagram at Space Kitchen Podcast. Just that simple. What I do is I'm a professional cannabis chef. I'm licensed here in the state of North Carolina to dispense CBD infusions of different cuisines and sorts. What my podcast is a cannabis cooking show in which I educate people on the benefits of CBD and THC, of course, how to cook with it, and how marijuana can actually enrich your life. Learn how to eat and administer the correct way, all these things. So y'all check out the podcast, man. It's cannabis entertainment at its finest. I know today is kind of serious, but you know what I'm saying? I'm real lighthearted, like to have fun on the joint. So y'all come check me out, Space Kitchen Podcast. Thank you, bro.
Damn right.
Love the name, too. Love the name. Love the name.
Yeah, everybody follow him. Everybody follow him. His Instagram is right there on the screen, and it's in the chat. So please follow Space Kitchen Podcast.
I want to give a shout out to my boy Flight 128 one more again. I missed this $2 cash app. He said this is for abusive corporal punishment on a kid. He said it as a question. Abusive corporal punishment on a kid? Question mark. Yeah, with a baby mama Terry, 100%. Shout out to you, Flight 128 for the $2 cash app. Thank you. You can't make this shit up, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Thank you, Noble, and thank you, Big Mike, because I got y'all at the last minute. Because I'm like, I want y'all to talk about this shit and the kosher condition, and even CJ, Space Kitchen Podcast, because I asked everybody at the last minute. Israel, I ain't seen you on here in a minute. I'm glad you came back. I see why you ain't been on. You were trying to go against them motherfuckers. Also, I ain't seen you on here in a while. Do business. I ain't seen you in a minute either. I'm glad you came, and I appreciate the game. I always appreciate you when you come up, but I see that this time, like I say, ain't nothing funny about this fuck shit. No.
I feel the game. I feel game a lot better because my son is a gamer. He's 5 years old. He like the same game I like. He like the same character I like without me leading them, and that's one of our getaways. I was like, I said,
my getaway is sleeping on the couch. See, that's my getaway. That's what I do.
Can I say something before we go, bro?
Go ahead, brother.
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell brothers this, man. This is for my young brothers out here. Look, don't be afraid of potential when you've already seen historically proven facts. What feminism is potential. What we got going, the order that men have set in this world, is historically proven facts that work.
Yeah.
Brothers, lions don't give a fuck what sheep talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Lions don't care what sheep talking about. That's for my young brothers out here. Control your dick.
No, 100%. 100%. I want to give a shout out to Dashawn. He said it was a problem, salute, big timer, tough topic, and very unfortunate circumstance. Yeah, but it got to be talked about. See, I want y'all whenever y'all can to go back. I'm gonna clip that. Go back and watch that shit I showed y'all with the baby mama Terry supporter when she said I need therapy. Even though I'm talking about a motherfucker that's supposed to get therapy that shoot her 12-year-old, not once but twice. But I need therapy. And then she twists around talking about black women. You cannot make this shit. I told you, these motherfuckers don't want no accountability. They do not. And that's why I say y'all motherfucker with this feminist ideology is the reason why our boys are set up for failure, because y'all been having custody of our boys and girls for the last 30, 40, and 50, 60 fucking years. You cannot make this shit up. See? So again, I appreciate y'all to the fullest, bro. And we gonna definitely cook. Mike, let me know when you want me on the show. I know you had to reschedule, so just give me posted. You got my number.
Actually, I'm gonna hit you up when we get done if you're available, man.
I'm available. Noble. Whenever you want me on the show.
Got you, bro.
Whenever you want me on the show.
I just want to say one thing to that.
Go ahead, bro.
People's attention. You have to start employing, if nothing else, the little girls to start telling when they're being abused. Any sister that you rock with, tell them to start calling the police on these chicks. Because I'm going to talk about child abuse on my channel a lot. And I'm going to get to the niggas eventually, but the females is overwhelming. And what y'all have to understand is so specific, and you can see it. As soon as you hear me say it, you'll see it. The females, the little girls, are abused 10 times worse and 10 times more than the boys. And what they grow up seeing is that nobody protects them. So they grow up waiting for their turn. And the ones that get abused the most is them 8 to 10s. The ones that we want, they abuse the most. That's why you get the Brittany Renners. She's not an 8 or 9 or 10 to me, but you get these dudes that go through what they go through because you getting the worst of the worst, even though she looked good.
Right.
You know, they're just waiting their turn. That's why it's like no matter what you tell them, they can't hear because they watch their mother be fucking terrorists. They watch nobody come and say anything to them for 2 decades. Neurological pathways, dendrites, synapses, paradigms, metaparadigms is centered around my turn. I just want my turn. It's no different from the boys. The little boys, you know, these little boys is little bitches. They bang on niggas who they know they can bang on. Right. Where do you think they get it from? It's their moms. So that's the real solution, is get people to start calling the police and speaking up. Because if I got a 5-year-old, who the fuck is he gonna marry? Who's he gonna marry? How am I gonna have a legacy? There's nobody for him to marry. You know what I mean? So that's
he's gonna have to date outside of his race. He's not gonna address.
Exactly.
But then they'll call us up, which I wouldn't give a fuck, because if that's gonna make you have a better life, so be it. I don't give a damn.
Man, we'll talk about white girls and outside of your race on another show.
They ain't gotta be a white girl.
It doesn't have to be white. It could even be it could be a Latino.
You do what works for you.
Shout out to Angola. Shout out to
Angola. It could be a mixed race girl.
I don't care. I used to. I don't give a fuck. After I see this shit, I don't care.
Hey, man, look at the Ugandan chick that just hit you, the Irish dude for all his goddamn property over Africa.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Abdul. He said, "I love the work, Mr. Palmer." Y'all for Facebook. Y'all who on Facebook, come over to YouTube, because this where it be popping at. One-on-ones, platform. We do open chats. That's when I go all in. Facebook full of shit. Instagram owned by Facebook, so I don't only do so much, but YouTube is where it's at, y'all. I definitely need y'all 134,000 to come over here and definitely make this happen, because they'll tell you, these motherfuckers over here think I'm new. I've been doing this for 5 years. Just been on Facebook. You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate y'all to the fullest. Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. I'm a Barbie girl.
Barbie in the house?
in the Barbie world. What's up? You there? Oh, she went off. Oh, okay. Well, I tried. Wait, hold on. Here she go. Hello.
No man, tech difficulties.
Yeah, now it's tech difficulty. Yeah, that's what I say. I don't know, but I guess they gonna have it because Nas doing that.
I guess sometimes the bitch guilty, right?
Huh? Sometimes the internet you get on.
And the bitch is guilty, so I mean we ain't even got to say
that.
Oh
well, man, I ain't got it. That's no.
You already locked up.
No, that ain't no question.
That's
no
death
question,
sentence.
bro.
That ain't even guilty or locked up. That's
I'm not even gonna play that game. Yeah. I'm not even gonna play that game. But I appreciate y'all.
That won't happen. Umar Johnson's mentally ill himself. Umar Johnson ain't gonna
that nigga ain't got shit to do with this, man. Fuck that nigga, man.
That nigga's the worst, bro.
Somebody said it.
Hey,
fuck it.
A mother-daughter school or some bullshit.
I ain't entertaining that. Yeah,
no, we're not entertaining. We're not gonna entertain that.
But yeah, hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I got. Hey, I gotta get back on the couch. I gotta move this shit right here.
Hey, speaking of couch, Mr. Palmer, you need to come on and help me move because nigga, I was supposed to do something today and move stuff, but I took out time for Caleb, man. I mean, Kaden. I'm sorry, I took out time for Kaden Ingram, man. I did this for him because I had a lot of stuff to do. I had a lot of stuff to move. It looked like I still live here, and I got to move Friday, and I ain't did nothing. But when I seen this come up, one game or to another
Bobby's
game.
in backstage studio, apparently, she's saying.
She not back here. I'm looking at it. It ain't showing it. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, just Barbie girl, you're just gonna have to join the next show because I'm about to say
tomorrow.
this again.
She tomorrow. I mean, she probably just going off what she's saying now, but it's not just about black women. That's all.
Yeah,
she come on. You know, but it's all good.
Yeah, go ahead, end this, man, because
I'm gonna get on this couch, man. But yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and as always, you know, we gotta put it out there. I don't care who get mad. You know how I feel.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
I don't. I really don't. That sounds like a perk. My thing is, if you feel that bad about what I do, get therapy, like everybody else say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Nah, fuck.
Absolutely.
That's what I just said. That's why I let Reverend X speak his piece, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I really don't, man. Especially if I'm just telling the truth. Oh, I don't give a fuck what you think. No, I would never. Fuck you. Life hard. Go to Walmart. It's always hard. Go there and get some therapy. I don't know.
Like I'm from Baltimore. You got a problem with it. You got.
I'll put the link in the chat for Walmart if you need help.
Yeah, put the link in there. Give me Amazon too. So yeah, I appreciate y'all to the fullest, man. I'm gonna be on here tomorrow. What I think I'm gonna talk about is actually I probably open the panel again. Yeah, I am. It's gonna be about Jerry Lewis. For those who don't know about Jerry Lewis had 5 boys and 1 adopted daughter, and he was married for the second time. He left his kids, his boys, nothing. And he had $50 million. And what I want to tell y'all is, here's the Walmart link if y'all want to get a job. When y'all can holler deadbeat. And the reason why I'm going to talk about him is, don't be shamed when you cut your kids off that disrespect for you, manipulated, set you up for failure, and you don't leave them a dime. He had $50 million, and he left it all with his second wife and adopted daughter. He did not leave a goddamn thing. Yeah, Nutty Professor. He did the Nutty Professor. He did not leave a goddamn thing for them motherfuckers. Don't be shamed when you know your kid ain't shit and they're gonna fuck up your legacy or they did you dirty. And I'm gonna talk about that. Stop rewarding motherfuckers that do not deserve to be rewarded, and learn from Jerry Lee Lewis and other celebrities, Jackie Chan and others. We're gonna talk about that.
Shoot. When I die, my insurance money gonna be buried with me, and y'all can come rob me like Pop Smoke. There you go. How about that?
Like, we're gonna talk about that. So yeah, I think that's what's gonna be the thing tomorrow. And if you ain't doing nothing noble, and everybody who's on here, I'll reach out. We can talk about that.
Absolutely.
You know, some people say regardless them to your kids, bullshit. Because if that's the case, these baby mama Terrence will say, okay, well, since I got these kids, I'll better myself get a job. I won't live off Section 8 welfare and link card, and they use GoFundMe for insurance. So don't tell me about leaving a motherfucker to their kid. See, they don't leave a goddamn thing but trauma and hate and everything else. So you can't make that shit up. So we're gonna talk about that. Want to give a shout out to Lou Business for $4.99. He said for the bed bugs on the couch, the cut keep up the great discussion, Mr. P. That's one thing I don't have. I have hate and everything on this couch, but I don't have bed bugs.
Yeah, you don't want them brown boys.
I don't want the brown boys over here, man. I appreciate y'all to the fullest, bro. Let me get the fuck out of here.
All right, bro, man.
All right, salute y'all. Peace, man. Hey, I understand.
All right, peace.
Peace out, bro. I understand this topic right here is sad and peace. All right, Arsenal. All right, do business. All right, gamer. I understand this, you know, saying this was both of us in their feelings, and you know, your mama black and who hurt you and all that. But you know, again, I gotta tell y'all again, just like my man said,
truth is what it is.
And you want to sit back and holler. I live like a king on a motherfucking couch because I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Because I'm gonna call all you motherfuckers out. White, black, blue, or green to the root, to the motherfucking what is it, root to the tooth or some shit. I'm talking about all that shit. And I wish when y'all tell me that my mama black, no, I have a daddy too. So start saying your daddy black. Because my mom wasn't the only black parent I had. Please start saying to me, your daddy black. Then I won't be so offended. So yeah, y'all be cool, y'all be smooth. The bitch is guilty. Ain't nothing even, rooter to the tutor. Ain't no need to do no guilty, nothing like that. I don't want her to get life sentence. Barbie girl, I understand you keep saying you ain't on here on my end. Just come on tomorrow and we can talk about so you can understand why this page is what it is and what it's about. It's not just about black women. It's about baby mama terrorists of all colors and sympathy forces of all colors and child support who set me up for failure of all colors. That's what it's about. But like I said, I appreciate y'all. Y'all understand where I'm coming from. Keep spreading this word because this shit is going to grow. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Fuck child support and that bitch. Peace.
Baby mama terrorist.
Yeah.
BMT. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setup. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setup. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setup. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in the cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. Riding around trying to play the role as innocent with an evil soul. In public wearing fake hellos, behind closed doors she rock them horns. I moved, I just want to teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Cause I see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong. Knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Trying to say my name, but I know your kind. Say to my deadbeat bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit. Worried about another being instead of us co-parenting. Put my kids in grown folks' business. Tell them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.